Hello. Is this thing on? My mic's working, so I guess it's on. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hello, Phil Skate. Thank you for lurking. I hope the job's doing good. The work is doing good. Yes. So, am I ready for this? I'm not. I am so not ready, but let's go. I was enjoying this so much last time I played it. Although I have to admit I ended up kinda dead with all the bleeding. But I guess that's what visual novels do to you when you decide to do them alone. Ah yeah. Okay, let me see. Where is you? Where is you, Willowmist? Oh no, the Emporium of what's the name of it? The Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. That's the name, right? That is a long ass name. I assume it's a long ass name for a long ass game. I don't know. Oh. Why is it like that? Huh? It's okay, more or less. Yes, I did it. More or less. Oh, the sound, the game sound. You're missing the beautiful music. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? There you go. Okay, I think the music is okay. Okay, let's continue. Where were we last time we played? Oh, I was having dinner at the bearded guy's restaurant, and I was with the night lady. More or less like that, something like that. Load. Yes, load. Quinn. Yeah, that's the name of the guy. So wait, uh, I cannot forget to save the game. I'm not sure if when the full game releases, if I can, continue from where I stopped. That would be nice. So I really need to save, not just quick save. How do I save? I'm not sure. What did I do last time? Oh, it's right click. Right click. Okay, that's weird. Okay, right click to save. Bon appetit. Dinner is served. Quinn appeared as if from thin air, then placed two dishes down, one in front of each of you. What you saw would have been fit for the finest restaurant anywhere. The creamy bits were so red it almost surprised you. Oh, creamy bits. If it is delicious, then you will sing my praises to all of Willowmist. If it is not, then simply strike me down, as I could not bear the thought of serving our lovely Sylvia's family anything less than perfect. Drama. Well, she brought a sword, so let's hope it's good. Ah, I am near trembling in my boots. Please taste, taste. It smells delicious. Raise the fork full of the risotto to your mouth. The creamy texture, the tender rice, the velvety sauce. It was beyond delicious. As you chewed, the earthy flavor of the roasted beets, almost sweet, filled your mouth. I do love beets. I like the taste of beets. Beets. Queen, this is delicious. Magnificent. You do not understand how that warms my heart so. I had worried for a moment. My prep time was cut short last night. The full moon does things to a person sometimes. You understand, huh? Oh my, you're a werewolf? Oh gosh. Oh, that's why Florian doesn't get along with Quinn that well. Ah, I have my theories. I have my theories. Nevertheless, enjoy. Fine company makes a meal even more delicious, hey? Wow, a Canadian werewolf. You looked back over towards Lucille, who seemed to be enjoying her meal just as much as you were. Quinn wandered back through the tables, smiling and chatting to each person he passed by. Everyone looked happy to speak to him. He's really nice. Indeed, he is a noble man with a noble heart. You're fortunate to have him in Willowmist. Oathkeeper. Complete Lucille Event 1. Okay. Level up. Well, I don't know what I'm leveling up, but I'm leveling up. You continue eating, eyes passing over the various people that sat at the tables. There were all kinds, friends, couples, families. The atmosphere was extremely pleasant, and it was easy to fall into the town's rhythm. Absent-mindedly, you looked past Lucille's shoulder, her eyes locking onto someone sitting a few tables away from you. Oh, look who he is! It's the Mr. Accounting Numbers guy. Huh, that guy does know how to cut loose, yeah. He does have a little streak of pink hair, so I guess he just doesn't like me in particular. That's very sad. Oh well, no loss there, I suppose. Hey, Lucille. Yes? Don't turn around too quickly, but do you know him? She spun around incredibly obviously. Sir Emmett? Yes, he is often around at the store, assisting Lady Sylvie. What do you think of him? Lady Sylvie believes him to be a man of his word and extremely talented in his work. So my aunt likes him. That's good. He's a bit cold. As far as I am aware, he is like that with most people. Sir Emmett likes to keep a professional distance from much of the town. I'm gonna make that man my friend. Oh my gosh. Am I? Nah. Well, he's lost, honestly. I'm about to hang out with. That you are. Yes, I am. Wait, really? I was just kidding. I have had a wonderful time with you. Oh. Putting that aside, however, perhaps it is time for us to take our leave. Both of our plates had long since been scraped clean, neither of you daring to leave even a single crumb behind. You'll have to do something to say thanks to Quinn. You didn't have to do all this. You both stood from the table, weaving your way past the other guests. As you passed Emmet, he looked up from his plate and met your gaze, more directly than usual. Oh, Els. There you are. I was hoping I'd run into you. You were? Yes, I've been meaning to say something. I've been thinking about it for a while. You're doing better than I expected. That's not that's not bad. I mean, it's good. Okay, does this guy has like a double personality or something? Oh, thank you? The store, the town. It's not easy. You make it look easier than it is. I don't think I've said that before. I should have. Are you feeling okay? I've never been better, else. Maybe a bit warm. Is it warm tonight or something? Uh, aren't we going into winter? Maybe it's just you. I'm sorry, what? Oh gosh. I'm sorry, what? Uh, are you implying that I'm hot? Damn. I'm warm? Yeah, you seem warm. Okay. What was I saying? Something about me being warm. Right. You should stay. Oh, as fun as that sounds, I'm actually out with Lucille tonight. Why? We were having dinner. Look at his face. He's so sad. Look at this. Look, gosh. I mean, M did warn me that he was kind of clingy. Oh gosh. I should have asked first. Yes, you should. You were a rude ass. Next time, have dinner with me. I would like that. Good. That's good. Get home safe and don't forget you promised. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the next time I saw him it was like, "Oh, I asked you to have dinner. I don't remember." Blah, blah, blah. We'll see. You hurried away with Lucille, waving thanks to Quinn on the way out. Lucille, I feel we may have just witnessed a real-life bona fide demon possession. So Emmet, you mean? It was being uncharacteristically amiable. Amiable? Is that how you read it? Shut me down instantly when I suggested hanging out together outside of work. Perhaps he had a change of heart? You are wonderfully charming, Els. Thanks, but I don't think so. Seriously, we need to call a priest or something. I shouldn't let that distract me though. Lucille, thanks for coming out with me. I had a great night. Food really is better with good company. You have my thanks for allowing me to accompany you, Els. It was truly wondrous to get to know you as a person. You live far from here? Want me to walk you home? That will not be necessary. Please allow me to walk you home instead. As your knight, it is my sworn duty to ensure your safety. To allow you to escort me instead would be unthinkable. Willowmist seems pretty safe and quiet, though. I don't think you need to ensure my safety or anything. It is a quiet town, yes, but even the stillest waters may hide unexpected dangers. Oh. As your companion, I cannot allow you to face the night unguarded. Oh my. Seriously, it's like a 10-minute walk. 10 minutes or 1 hour, it matters not. My role as your protector does not end when the sun sets. Please allow me to fulfill my oath. You sighed, but found it more amusing than anything. Alright, you win, Miss Lady Knight. Lead the way. As it should be, my lady. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Lucille's voice softened, the faintest glimmer of a smile touching her lips, as she gestured for you to follow. Together you stepped through the cool night air, the quiet streets of Willowmist stretching before you. Oh, hello, Melta. Hello, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Right, else. There we go. I am now safely deposited back home. All is well with the world. I feel bad letting you walk home alone. Please do not trouble yourself with such thoughts. If anyone even entertained the notion of harming me, I would be able to defend myself. Yes, you would stick your sword in them. But then, taking my lunch break? Oh, what are you having? Please tell me you're not having a sandwich. Please. Nothing against sandwiches, but I guess I've had sandwiches during all the weekend, so just not sandwich. And as you say, Willowmist is quite safe. Then you agree you didn't need to walk me back. Safe or not, it is my duty to see you safely home, but I will admit, perhaps my insistence was not entirely selfless. I find that I rather enjoy your company. Oh my. Her tone softened, a glimmer of warmth in her usually composed demeanor. So while it is my honor to fulfill my yes, yes, that. So while it is my honor to fulfill my role as your knight, I must confess, it is also my pleasure. Happy Wednesday! Oh ho, someone's a smooth talker. Only an honest talker. Oh gosh. And now that you are safely home, my mission is complete. I bid you good night, with the hope that we shall meet again on the morrow. She offered a light bow. Her golden hair. She doesn't have golden hair. Her golden hair catching the soft glow of the night as she turned and began her journey home, leaving you with a faint smile lingering on your lips. Man, she's really great. You turned towards your door, digging the old key out of your pocket. It was halfway turned in the keyhole when you heard voices within. I win and Florian loses, hey 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 hey. Someone owes me $5. What are you even gonna do with $5? You pushed open the door, peering curiously into the room. Ah! Ah what? And this is the guy that I am after. Seriously. Maybe I will change my mind. Maybe I will maybe I will change in my mind and just go with Lucille. Because Lucille is nice and this guy's an ass. Why? Look at those teeth. Look at those two little moles. Are those moles? Yes, it's moles that you say, right? Jesus Christ, can you stop sneaking around in the middle of the night all the time? Maybe you should spend less time skulking about here in the dark then. Was someone else here? Huh? I thought I heard you talking to someone. At your comment, he rubbed at the back of his neck, looking away. What weirdo would be hanging around here this late? You for one. I work here. At night, alone, in the dark. So, just talking to yourself then? Guess so. This is very suspicious. Anyway, I'm busy. You sure look it. How was dinner? It was lovely. Queen is an amazing chef. Really missed out, you know. Yeah, I know. At that, Florian's face dropped. I'll get back to work. Huh? Sure. Have a nice night. Was he talking to the girl that scared me to the point of dropping the glass on the floor? Not yawning. You let out an audible sigh when you finally reached your home away from home. The weight of the day's events had finally begun to settle on your shoulders. Every day seemed to be like that lately. Now dressed in your pajamas, you got yourself a nice cool glass of water and settled down on a chair. A glass of water, really? Willowmist sure was strange, and boy you were enjoying it so far. I wondered what was up with Emote though. He said he'd stop by sometime. Maybe I'll get a chance to ask him. Maybe really was swayed by my overwhelming charm. A gentle breeze reached you from the open window, and you closed your eyes, leaning back and enjoying the feeling. And then you heard rustling. Opening your eyes, you saw a piece of paper of some kind drift in on the wind before settling on top of the wardrobe. What the... Man, I'll close the windows if trash comes in on the breeze. You stood, then made your way over to the dresser, which you now realized was far too tall for you to reach the top of. Okay. Great, I'm going to be stuck with trash forever. That won't annoy me at all. I guess I'll ask Florian for a ladder tomorrow. Maybe the storeroom has something. At that moment, a soft, gentle green glow began to envelop the piece of paper, and it slowly fell into your outstretched hand. Huh. I. What? It seemed to be a letter, although rather short. It read, So, I might have gone a teensy bit overboard last night. It was supposed to be funny, not, glass smashing, hand slicing funny. Anyway, I'm really sorry. I made you get hurt. I didn't mean for that to happen. Promise. I hope you're feeling better. At the bottom was a hugely elaborate signature that you couldn't quite make heads or tails of. What in the... a teensy bit overboard? Is this Florian pranking me or something? Right, else this has got to be Florian. If it's not Florian, then... You glanced around the room, half expecting someone to jump out laughing, but the stillness of the room answered with silence. Your gaze returned to the letter as a sinking realization began to settle in. If it's not Florian, then no one else knew about the glass. Someone was in here. There is a ghost. Hey ghost, once again, I'm really chill. No one answered. Well, I'm going to sleep now. Please don't steal my soul or anything while I'm asleep, alright? I promise it won't taste good. You quickly crawled into bed, settling into the soft sheets. No ghost disturbed you as you fell into yet another deep, restful slumber. Thursday. Very well. You awoke to a commotion from downstairs. It was slowly becoming commonplace around here. Rising out of bed, you dressed, grabbing an apple on the way down for breakfast. Florian? Oh, I didn't mean to wake you up. You found Florian mopping the floors again, and the toppled over suit of armor that had previously been leaning against the back wall sprawled out on the ground. So, Florian, you want to take heed. Though I admire your dedication to arriving earlier in the day, it is no use if you cannot perform your duties correctly. It was an accident, okay? What are you doing here so early? Exactly. Wait, you didn't go home last night, didn't you? Florian. I was busy, alright. You can get off my back about it. There's really nothing to keep you that busy here. I would never expect or want you to do that. I haven't been able to sleep anyway. Might as well be doing something useful. Even if you can't sleep, you should be resting. The key to a steadfast body and mind, Sir Florian, is rest. Even the finest knight cannot protect their charge if they are worn down by exhaustion. Lucille stepped forward and stood up to form a suit of armor. The lack of sleep dulls the senses, clouds judgment, and weakens resolve. Trust me, I have seen even the strongest falter when they neglect their rest. Yeah, well, good for you knights. Maybe you guys don't have insomnia. Sleepless nights are not foreign to me, but to push yourself without reprieve only invites disaster. She's right, it's not even about the sleep so much, it's about giving yourself a break. You need it, you deserve it, after a long day's work especially. I don't want a break, I want to keep busy. Oh my gosh. Let me have a sip of water. I can see that. Florian's hand tightened around the mop handle. You cannot pour from an empty vessel, Sir Florian. You two are way too nosy. I mean, isn't it kinda my job to be nosy? Just get some rest. Don't worry about work today. Fine, if it gets you off my back. No promises, I'll even be able to sleep though. We do not ask for perfection, only effort. Oh, good answer, I guess. Finally, he leaned the mop against the wall, then ran a hand through his mop of hair. You couldn't help but notice the slightly more defined eye bags under his eyes. He then started on his way upstairs. That's my bed, mister. That's awfully forward of you, Florian. What? I know you're tired, but you do but you do have your own bed, don't you? Ah, 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 you're blushing. What are you saying? I said I'd show you the attic. The attic. I was just gonna show you it before I leave. God. There's nothing to do with your bed. Fine, but after this, go home. Yeah, whatever. God damn. So direct. Dust motes danced through the beams of light that filtered in through the stained glass window at the back of the room. It left a splash of colorful patterns across the jumbled, mismatched antiques that filled the attic. Old trunks, boxes overflowing with trinkets, well-loved books. Ta-da! The attic. Like I said, Sylvie's been meaning to clean this crap up to sell anyway. And by crap, I mean there's a lot of rubbish here. You might find nothing worth selling. I don't know. There certainly is a lot of stuff. You can't say crap. It's not crap. Just an assortment of items, some more worthwhile than others. Sounds like a roundabout way of saying some of it is crap. Oh gosh, stop being rude. As you moved through the room, your eyes caught something odd, a flash of movement near the shelves. You turn only to find something, or someone, hanging upside down from the edge of a high shelf. Her bright smile and sparkling eyes pointed directly at you. Ah, it's a Winnie, but not the Pooh. Ta-da! Ah! You stumbled backwards, barely catching yourself before you tripped over your aunt's collection of used phone books. Before you could even process what was happening, the figure slipped, letting out a startled yelp as she tumbled to the floor in a heap. You winced, waiting for the sound of impact, but nothing came. Ow, ow, ow. Wait, she's transparent. Oh, I guess she really is a ghost. Wait, I didn't even hurt. Why am I saying ow? Ah, are you okay? The figure popped up immediately, brushing herself off with a sheepish grin. Never better. Another flawless landing by yours truly. You fell. Thank you. I know my graceful performance was one you'll remember forever. Please hold the applause. Then you noticed that she was ever so slightly transparent. She struck a dramatic pose, her hands forming a heart over her chest as she flashed you a dazzling grin. Hello, Els. It's so exciting to finally meet you. You're in the presence of future international superstar and idol Winnie. She twirled in place, but her motion ended with a slight wobble, making you instinctively reach out as though to catch her, but your hands passed right through her. Winnie? What am I doing? Needs to remember was felt in the shop time. Okay. So I have one available skill point and I need to Choose one. Sweet talk customers. Charm. Buying more item. Okay. Access an item's worth. Being in the right place at the right time. Steady hand and belt for repairs. An eye for presentation and flair for arrangement. Oh, I can see their profiles. I guess I cannot scroll down yet. December 28th, November 23rd, December 11th. You're Sagittarius, like I am. Oh, of course you are. February 29th, March 4th. Okay. I think I'm going to choose luck. I don't know. How do I... Ah, okay. Why am I doing this right now? Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. My nose is kind of weird today, which makes my reading kind of weird too. Okay, so I have questions, but the main question when I met Winnie was, why is she only showing herself now? Why didn't she show herself when I got here on the first day? Anyway, here, Winnie, but not the Pooh. Wait a second, you're the girl who was in my room the other night. You're a beautiful woman with adoring fans all over the world. The only fan you have is that one. Florian pointed to an old dusty electric fan that sat in the corner of the room. Boo, you suck. I have loads of fans. Where are they then? Here and there. You wouldn't know them since all you do is sit around in the store every day. That's funny coming from you. Overwhelmed, you sat down on the wooden floor, staring towards this insane display. Anyway, you can just go away if you're gonna be such a spoilsport. I wanna talk to Els. Shoo, Stinky. I'm not Stinky. Hi, hey, why are you sitting on the ground? You're gonna get all dusty. She rushed over and squatted down beside you. I think the dust is the least of my worries right now. Florian, am I going crazy or something? Maybe, but that has nothing to do with her. So she's real? Unfortunately. Hey, I'm right here, you know. Why didn't you tell me? Look, I figured you'd find out eventually. She's hard to miss. I'm the only one keeping things lively around here. If it were up to Florian, the whole place would be a ghost town. No pun intended. A ghost in the store. Sure, why not? You got a night? Why not a ghost too? Oh, your thinking face is so cute. Maybe you should be the super famous internet idol. That would make one of you. Anyway, I'm really sorry for scaring you. No, you're not. I'm really sorry that scaring you made you get hurt. I really didn't mean for that to happen. I just maybe kinda had a bet with Florian over whether or not I could spook you. Now Florian owes me $5. Hey hey. Wow. This is stupid. I'm going home. Good luck dealing with that one. That one? I have a name. With that, Florian left, heading back downstairs and out of the store. Yeah, that was stupid. Even joke around being, maybe you saw a ghost. Okay. Mayhaps I will change my mind. Maybe I'm not going after Florian after all. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Hmm. So anyway, now that he's gone, I have something I want to help. I have something I want you to help me with. You do? Is it like dealing with something left behind before you? I want to become the most famous internet idol ever. Oh, right. Of course. I should have guessed. And and if you help me with it, I'll promote the store. It's a win-win for both of us, don't you think? I get all the adoring fans. You get lots of people visiting our store. Come on, what do you say? Pretty please, pretty please, pretty please. It'll be loads of fun, I promise. I can try. How will you try? She's a freaking ghost. I don't know much about idols or becoming famous though. Scratch that, I know nothing about idols or becoming famous. Yay, you're the best ever. You're pretty much my manager now. Well, I don't know about that, but I can try to help you at the very least. Right now? How about later tonight? I'm about to open up the store, but once it closes, I'm free. Yes, oh, this is going to be amazing. We'll have to pick outfits, make videos, maybe even do live streams. Oh, would you do my hair too? Oh, I have so many ideas already. Slow down. Maybe we could even make you a theme song. Slow down. Let's just take it slow and see how we go, alright? Slow, right. I'm great at slow. Sure. Show stopping with. Like, which name do you think it's better? Winnie the Super Amazing Cool Idol or Show Stopping Winnie? Well, how about Winnie not the pool? Maybe we'll workshop the name a little. By the way, Winnie, why didn't you introduce yourself sooner? I don't bite. Well, not unless you ask nicely anyway. Touche! Oh gosh. Oh, Florian told me I shouldn't talk to you. Huh? Does he really hate me that much? No, Florian doesn't hate anyone. He's a big softy under all that emo-ish bluntness. He said you were from out of town and you might not be into the whole, ghosting. He thought it might be a better idea to wait a little and see what you thought of the town first. What, is the whole town hiding a bunch of ghosts I don't know about? Maybe? I've never met another ghost. Even thinking about meeting a ghost gives me the shivers. You are a freaking ghost. You're afraid of ghosts? Well, yeah, who wouldn't be? And that doesn't seem at all funny to you? What do you mean? Don't worry about it. You stood up from the ground, then dusted off your clothes. It really was dusty down here. I better get to work. So, you just hang around in here? I go wherever the fun is. That'll be all over the place. Now that we know each other. Yippee! That sounds dangerous. Okay, I'll let you get to work for now. But tonight, you're all mine, okay? Don't forget, we're gonna make magic happen. Got it. Tonight, magic. Sure, I'm all yours. They'll call me Els the Wizard with all the magic I'm about to make happen. Later, that is. Now I have to be Els the Shopkeeper. I don't know if you should have said that. Lady Winona. Oh, her name is Winona. Winona. It is good to see you fine and well. Lucy! When you charged forward and jumped as if to hug Lucille and went straight through her. Oh, one day it'll work. It is the thought that counts. I will prepare my stamps for the day it does. That's the spirit. Was that pun intended? That's my secret. Hehe. I am pleased to see you have become acquainted with each other. The store was far too quiet without Lady Winona around. Oh, you're making me blush. I am only speaking the truth. Well, I think you're trying to make me turn red. You're so charming, Lucy. Honesty is not charm, Lady Winona. It is simply the way of a knight. Well, I think you're charming and noble and strong. And are you trying to make Lucille join your idol group or something? I've never heard so many compliments in one breath. Maybe. Just imagine a night idol. Have you ever heard of something so cute? I fear my talents do not extend to performance arts, and cute I am not. Boo! I think you're plenty cute. Don't you think so, Els? Lucille is super cute. Aren't you the queen of cute? You're both cute. I did not want to choose that one. Can I go back? You're the queen of cute here, Winnie. Elle speaks the truth. You are far more suitable for the role of an idol than I am. Ah, shut up, shut up. My heart can only handle so much praise in one day. Yet you look very happy about it. She says that, but she looks like she's handling it just fine. Haha. Exactly. It sure will get a bit more rowdy with Winnie here. Oh, Lucille, you should totally be my bodyguard when I go viral. Every idol needs a super cool knight watching their back. If it is a matter of security, I will of course fulfill my duty. Do you mean an actual bodyguard or part of your act? Well, picture it, the amazing idol Winnie and their gallant guardian, the impregnable Dame Lucille del Rosario of the Order of the Crown. That title keeps getting longer and longer. Good branding is key, don't you think? If my presence lends credibility to your efforts, I shall assist in whatever way I can. However, should any real danger arise, I will take my duty most seriously. I will not let harm befall either of you. You smiled, shaking your head as Winnie practically sparkled with joy. Alright, let's focus on opening the store first. If a horde of admirers shows up, I trust Lucille to keep us all safe. You have my word. Oh, I know the fans. This is so going to be our big break. I'm not sure ghost idols to become with fans, but that's alright. Time to get to it. Okay, man the counter, clean the store, sort through through storage. Oh. Oh. I cannot do two things? Really? Well, I guess no cleaning. Supposedly, Florian spent all night cleaning the place, so we good, right? You begin searching through your aunt's collection. I have another Christmas bells brooch. Okay. Can't you check out the back? I'm really sorry, sir, but we don't stock anything that is an antique. There's probably a store around town that has. There isn't. This is the last place I've got left to check. We really don't have it. I might have a Note flip phone or something upstairs, but new phone models? Nope, I'm afraid not. This is ridiculous. How do you not stock phones? What is this, the Stone Age? This is an antique shop. Are you kidding me? This is an antique store. God, what did I do to deserve this? Once again, this is an antique store. We're not a regular store and we don't carry new products. Typical, these small towns and their old people shops can't even get a proper phone here. At that moment, you heard the sound of metal grating against metal, and in the blink of an eye, a silver sword was placed between you and the customer. Good sir, you will respect the master of this establishment, or you will leave. Hey, watch where you're waving that thing, woman. It's a sword, not a toy. This blade was forged in the fires of war. I am well aware that it's no toy. Now you man, you may either apologize or you may leave. God damn. Fine, sorry, Jesus. He grumbled and turned on his heel, leaving the shop with all the haste of a man threatened with a real sword. Phew, thanks, Lucille. It is my pleasure. Should you require aid, you need only ask, else. She gave a smile and sheathed her sword with ease. I was hoping he'd get the hint without having a sword pointing at him. Oh well. Some people require a firmer hand to understand the importance of manners. Is there usually many customers like that? Nay, the majority are very courteous and polite. Lady Sylvie would say that a great deal of trouble comes from passing tourists. However, they are few and far between. Tourists, huh? It did seem to be passing through. Aye, the inhabitants of this town are a good sort, and will never speak ill of the store. Everyone likes Aunt Sylvie, huh? Indeed, she's the best of us, and then some. Hey Lucille, thank you really. I know it's your job, but my sword is yours. Oh my gosh. Your enemies are mine. If there is but one thing you can depend on, it is there is but one thing you can depend on in this life, it is that. That is very profound and deep. She bowed her head and left to continue her patrol. Oh my gosh, I was blushing. Did you see that? Okay, this is all I have to sell. Okay. You get seated behind the counter, ready for today's customers. Oh my gosh, look who it is. Good day, I had a gap between clients and thought I'd check in. Bells chiming. Oh, okay. Welcome. Christmas bell brooch. It does not seem practical, but I can see why it would appeal. Counter offer. 25? 25? How about 25? Fair enough, I'll buy it. How can you counter offer with what, just $1 more? That doesn't make any sense. I can't even with this game. Okay, there's something weird with my model. Let me see. Oh. Okay, that was weird. Anyway. Okay. Wearing this can be Christmas all year. Oh my gosh. I'm very disappointed. Good day. Keep the books in order. See you next time. The customer leaves the store. The bells chime and the customer comes inside. The sky is blue, so I thought I'd stop by. Welcome. I have nothing to sell. I can't buy anything now, but I'll dream about them and maybe that's enough. That's weird.
I'm begging you.
Hi,
Put
Peter.
my heart in your lap. I'm begging you.
Hello, hello. How you doing this fine Wednesday? Oh gosh, I'm not yawning. Okay, so where the hell can I find more items to sell? See you next time. The customer leaves the store, and I have another one, but I have nothing to sell. Even a poet must show restraint, though it pains me so. Oh my gosh. Parting is such sweet sorrow, but I shall sweeten it with anticipation of my return. Go away! Ah. I don't understand this. I went to the attic and I only found one thing to sell. That doesn't make any sense. I'm relaxing and packing. What about you, pretty wombat lady? I am just yapping, reading a lot, sleepy. So, you're packing? Oh, wait. Are you going to Lithuania soon? I don't think I messed up the country. It's the right country, right? Okay. You stretched, hearing a pop from a joint somewhere. You didn't want to think about too much as someone entered through the front door. Oh, look who it is. That's in July. Okay, so are you going somewhere? You didn't tell me. How dare? Don't tell me you're coming to Portugal and didn't tell me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I need water. Okay, I have water, but I also have cafe latte. Should I drink cafe latte or should I drink water? I am sleepy, so maybe I should drink cafe latte. Decisions are hard. Okay, let's open this. Oh my gosh. Ay! Ay! Ow, my finger! God damn it. Okay. Are you going to Serbia? Are you going on a little vacation? Or is it not on vacation? I hope you go there to see family and relax. If you would come, if I would come to Portugal, I have the honor to meet you and boyfriend. Mayhaps. Who knows? I live in the tip of Europe. It's not very easy to come in here, guys. I live in the tip. Do you want to see my tip? No, that doesn't make any sense. Never mind.
Go to horny jail.
She's the tip of our PP and you are in horny jail. Oh, okay. Well, I will DM you after stream to check up on you, Peter. Yes, and you will tell me all your secrets. I don't know. Finally, we have PP's Pizza. Is that the name of an actual restaurant? PP's Pizza? Oh my gosh. Why am I yawning so much? Oh yes, because I didn't even sleep 5 hours today. I am so gonna nap when I get home after staying with my mom's. And stay at my mom's. I will just get back home and like dive into bed like yes. It's called pepes, but we call it peepees. Of course you call it peepees. Not surprised. So you can imagine what they put on pizzas. Just saying. You have many eunuchs around there. Oh no, you want to expose myself to you? That sounds so sus. How dare you? How dare you? Okay. I've had some cafe latte. Let me see if I can wake up a little bit. What are you doing here? Don't tell me I have to put you in timeout. Timeout? How old do you think I am? I left something here this morning. I was just coming to pick it up. What do you mean, It's not like I came back because I missed you or anything. Fine, I guess that's a sufficient reason for you to be back. But you better go home straight away. God, you roasted my mother. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Actually, you live far away? Why? I was just wondering. Not really, 10 minutes or so from here. We checked back and forth and couldn't see Winnie anywhere in the room. Can we talk? I thought you wanted me to leave. Just for a minute. Guess it's inevitable. Sure. Oh my gosh, we're going to talk. And now it's nighttime. What is it? There's a real-life ghost living in the store, and Lucille claims to be a time traveler, and I believe her for some reason. Yep. Just yep. I don't know what you want me to say. Yes, Winnie's a ghost, and yes, Lucille is a knight. How? Why? What's going on here? Did my aunt know? Of course she did. She knows everything that goes on in this town. That's just the kind of woman she is. Really, this whole antique store is rubbish is mostly a front. A front? For what? Not going to tell me this is something illegal, are you? I really don't want to go to prison if this is a setup. What? No. Willowmist is full of people who don't fit in. People who are running away from something or don't blend into a normal society. Sylvie helps them. The town depends on her. She's a problem solver, I guess. She's the one that makes this town a place where people can exist without having to explain themselves. So the people in town, they're all like Winnie and Lucille? Not all of them, but a lot, yeah. But everyone knows? I guess. Some of them do, some of them don't. Some don't want to know. Not everyone in Willowmist is like that, but they get it in their own way. I don't know, it's more like people just don't ask. Or you're just okay with that? Why wouldn't I be? It's a lot to take in. You get used to it. You sighed, running a hand through your hair. Or don't. Just let things happen. You're here for what? 3 months? You'll be fine. We exhaled deeply before leveling a look at Florian. Okay, so what about you? What about me? You said all the people here don't fit in. What's your deal then? A bit of silence. Florian's expression didn't change, but there was something just a little too measured about it now. I just work here. You just work here? Yep. No tragic backstory, no running from the past, no big secrets. Nope. Liar. Florian. Else? Fine, be mysterious, but I'm onto you. There's nothing to be mysterious about. I just happened to be born here. Anyway, you told me to leave, so I'm leaving. Wait. Oh my gosh, it's a paka lurking. It's an alpaca that it's a hyena sheep. Lurking. Thank you, Paka. Wait. I meant to do what she does? How would I know? Sivu doesn't tell me shit. I can hardly help myself, let alone an entire town of people. Wouldn't to help everyone. That's kind of the whole point though, isn't it? My aunt did. Florian sighed, shifting his weight slightly as he rubbed the back of his neck. Yeah, well, you're not her. Wow, thanks. That's not what I meant. For a second he hesitated, his fingers tightening slightly against his sleeve. Then, in a quieter voice, he spoke again. Look, even if you only help one person, it's worth it. His tone was uncharacteristically earnest. No sarcasm, no sighing frustration, just something quiet and certain. 7 streams straight? Goddamn! Thank you, Parker. We see you sneaking around the sus shop. That's something that Parker does every day. Anyway, you blinked at him, momentarily taken aback. That's surprisingly optimistic coming from you. He shoved his hands into his pockets, glancing away as if embarrassed by his own sincerity. Not everything has to be a grand gesture. Not everything has to fix something. Sometimes just being there, just doing one good thing is enough. Sounds like something my aunt would say. Maybe it was. Did you believe her? Maybe. You smiled, exhaling softly before shaking your head. You're a weird guy, Florian. Yeah, well, you work here now, so you're one of us. Now, I'm really going. Night. Night, Florian. Let me walk you out. The two of you found your way downstairs, wood groaning beneath your feet. Oh, coming out of your room together at night? How scandalous. Shut up. I'm leaving. Have a nice night, Flo. Not my name. The door shut soundlessly behind him as he left. He's such a spoiled sport. Well, whatever. We've got the whole place to ourselves now. Should we throw a party or something? A party in an antique store does sound pretty cool. I'll put you in charge of planning that, hey? Do you think we can get a disco ball in here? Well, my aunt probably has one stashed away somewhere, knowing her. Disco balls and parties can come later, though. Didn't you want my help with something? Oh, right. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Come on. She went to grab you by the hand, but her fingers went straight through yours. It did leave you with a cold, numb feeling in your hand, though, which you found pretty cool. Let's go! She charged upstairs, and you trailed behind, ready for the troublesome night ahead of you. Very troublesome. Your place is so cool. Sylvie didn't like me coming up here, you know. This is my first chance to have a proper look around. Why not? What did you do? What? Who said I did anything? Well, did you? I think it's 'cause I'd stand at the end of her bed in the middle of the night. Kinda spooked her a little. Okay, I can now see why she wouldn't like that. I was just messing around. I won't do that to you, though. I promise. I'd make you promise, but, you know. She wiggled her semi-translucent kinky finger in front of your face. I don't believe her. I definitely don't believe her. No. Anyway, do you have a computer? I do. I brought my laptop with me. Luckily, I don't know what I'd do without it. Yes, finally. You sat down at your desk, swinging around in the chair to log in. What's step 1 to becoming an idol then? Getting famous, I guess? Selling out a giant arena for my concert? Okay, I don't know much about idols, but I think there's some steps before that. Did you decide on a name at least? Had a few ideas earlier, but... Well, I have been thinking about it. We need a super cool idol? Denied. But I thought that was a good one. How about something more like... something that highlights your draw? Ghost Winnie? With a star in the middle? That might be cute. Oh, mysterious, intriguing, cute, and accurate to boot. Hopefully people don't question the fact you're slightly transparent too much. That could cause us some trouble. Okay, how about this? She got into position, arms wide, a huge grin on her face. Hello, my little ghostlings. Ghost Winnie is here. She pulled another pose, making a star symbol with her hands in front of her. How was that? Perfect. Whoa, you've already got that down. Really? Does it look cool? Mysterious? Yep, cool and mysterious, with a dash of cute for good measure. Yay! Okay, Ghost Winnie, we've got a name down. I suppose the next thing to do is make a social media account so you actually have somewhere to be an idol. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch too? Do you want to make videos? Of course. Got it. I'll start setting those up. Aren't they forgetting something? Like, she's a ghost? Do you have an email address already? Maybe we should probably just make a new one. You maybe have an email? I can't really remember. Alright, new email too. You tapped away on your keyboard, getting to work. So, Winnie, can I ask you something? I'm an open book. Well, you're a ghost. That's not a question, silly. I wasn't done yet. Are you dead? Oh, I'm a scary dead person. Hehehehe. Not funny. I don't know, to be honest. I don't have any memories of my life. Probably. Ghosts are usually dead, right? So I heard. You lost your memories? I guess so. Or maybe I didn't have any in the first place. Who knows? She's very nonchalant about it. And that doesn't bother you? Why would it? I'm all for the here and now. I guess that's a good way to live. You know what I mean. What's with the superstar idol thing, then? I thought it was some kind of unfulfilled dream of yours. Maybe it was. Honestly, I just felt like the store was so boring sometimes, you know. So I was brainstorming ways I could help liven the place up, and bam! I saw this old magazine with a super cool idol on the front cover. Sylvie Wilvey thought it would be a good idea for me to pursue, but she didn't have a computer. I'm so glad you're here now. It's original at the very least. Can't say I know many antique store ghost titles. I'll have the market cornered before you know it. But really, one magazine cover is all it took? Inspiration strikes quickly, you know. But maybe I was looking for my thing. Ah, you lost your thing. I understand that. I think I'm still looking. Isn't selling antiques your thing? Maybe it will be. We'll see. So the idol thing is only recent? I've had the idea for a couple of weeks now. I've been brainstorming all kinds of things while waiting for you. Waiting for me? Sylvie said you were coming. She said you'd be able to help. So she signed me up for this ahead of time. Well, I don't really mind. Anyway, I was born to be a star. I think I was probably a pop sensation in my past life. Or maybe a famous actor. Or both. You chuckled, shaking your head as you turned away from your laptop. Oh, would you look at that? Jolly songwriter. Yes, you're banned. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, your social media is ready. You're officially one step closer to world domination. This is so exciting! What's next? Maybe a profile picture? I can take a photo for you. Wait, do you come up in photos? Of course I do, I'm not a vampire, silly. Thank God, imagine trying to figure out how to market an invisible person online. And just now, you think about it. Okay. You lifted your phone up, angling it towards Winnie, instantly struck a dramatic pose, tilting her head to the side with an exaggerated wink. Cheese! You snapped the photo, checking the screen. Sure enough, she was there, only ever so slightly transparent. If you didn't know she was a ghost, you likely wouldn't have guessed from this picture. Let me see. You turned the phone screen around her, and she practically bounced up and down in place. So cute, Els, you're such a good photographer. Well, I think anyone could do this much, but I'm not one to turn down praise. I dabbled in photography. I actually did some photography classes when I was younger. I kinda forgot. Oh really? You're so talented. Hardly. I drifted away from it pretty quickly. Same as I drifted away from knitting, journaling, cooking, art. Oh, why? I didn't enjoy them? Not sure. It wasn't that I didn't enjoy it, really. I think I've just spent my life chasing for something but never found it. I pick things up, then put them down, waiting for something to just click. Well, I think you're really good at everything. I saw you handle all those customers earlier, and now you're making me into a superstar like it's nothing. I think I'm falling in love. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. You're funny, Winnie. Thank you. Should I add comedian to my title? Well, why not? Superstar idol and comedian. Just be everything want. I don't know. For now, let's upload your new profile picture. There. Looking good, Winnie. Now we just need content. You said you wanted to do videos? Yep, I should probably, figure out what kind of idol I am. Am I the cool mysterious type or the super high energy cheerful kind? I mean, that seems pretty obvious to me, but more importantly, who do you want to be? When he paused for a second at that, it was brief, so brief that you might have missed it if you weren't paying attention. That's a good question, huh? Guess we'll just find out along the way. That's what makes it fun. Well, you quite literally have all the time in the world to work it out. There's no rush. Take some time thinking about what you want your first post to be too. Right, I should do some brainstorming, huh? I got it. You brainstorm for like 3 seconds. What can I say? I'm obviously just a natural. So here's the idea. I pretend like I'm putting on a show, and you can pretend to be in the crowd recording right here in the store. If we post that online, it'll totally go viral, like a face cam, like a fun cam. Yeah, like that. You don't know what the fan cam is, do you? Maybe it's lost with the rest of my memories. Just a fan recording of a performance. They're pretty popular online. Alright, I can do that. What are you actually going to, do though? Surprise. Are you excited? I don't think I could get any more excited if I tried. Come on, let's go do it then. Isn't it a little dark for something like this? Concerts are usually dark, I think. Don't worry, it's going to add to the atmosphere. Just use your phone torch or something. With that, she stepped up onto the counter, not paying any mind to any of the items there. Which was fine, really, considering she just passed straight through them. Ready? I'll start recording. Ahem. Mic check, mic check. You don't even have a mic. I'm practicing. Hello, Willowmist, I'm Winnie. No, that's not right. Start again, start again. Hello, my little ghostlings. Ghost Winnie is here. Your favorite spirit from beyond the grave. Ooh. Winnie twirled around, throwing her arms out like she was greeting an arena of adoring fans. Whoa, Winnie, we love you. Today I'll be singing my debut single, Fall Right Into Place. Okay, I need to have a little break. Give me a second, okay.
Oh, I'm getting so bad at this. It's not even me, it's just a fucking doll. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, I'm testing a skimpy outfit. Just for today, mind you. I don't think I will wear this again.
An old lady. Okay, how would an old lady say harara? Let me impersonate my old lady. Harara! you doing, Sword?
I can't believe my fat ass can't fit on this small boat. Ah, I blame Donut.
What was that?
You tricked. I thought someone came in and called.
What was
Damn
that?
it.
Why did my AI just moan?
Please, Daddy. Oh my God, Daddy. This pain. Oh, what on earth is this pain? Hotaru. What are you? Do you like it? I have no idea what this do. Just pounding, pound, 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 pound. Oh my. Hug, what did you do with my sausage? Do not touch my sausage.
Did you say you want me to touch your sausage?
No, don't touch my sausage.
Do it. I want the juicy sausage now.
Panties. Okay. Oh my. No one saw that. Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Oh my gosh. She's a Barbie. She's a Barbie doll. She's a Barbie doll. She doesn't have anything in there.
Not even a nipple.
Oh my gosh. What was that?
My left?
Oh, I'm getting sorry, but it's not even me. It's just a fucking doll. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, I'm testing a skimpy outfit just for today, mind you. I don't think I will wear this again.
Doc, he's our man. If he can do it, no one can. Hooray! Fuck off, Granny! I have a sponge! Oh, she's going to kill me. Yep, I'm getting hunted.
Sorry.
Oh, couch. Oh my gosh. This couch is very worn out. What the heck? What people didn't hear?
Very disgusting.
Well, how many parts do you have? What the fuck is this?
Let's see, I have 2 pairs of legs, 2 pairs of arms, 1 dick, a stomach.
Did you say 2 pairs of legs?
Maybe.
You? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Josh! Josh, it happened again! Josh, I'm off map! What am I doing? I got distracted. Okay. Run away. Oh my gosh.
And you shall be free. Into the graveyard, look for the glass. Cast in the foundry, base made from brass. And under our town, guarded by guilds, find the contraption.
Not too horny, Jed.
Maker builds. Ones here assembled, let's shine the light, which shows the way out of this dark night.
And suddenly we all got a prolapse. I mean,
What? Let me hide in the toilet. Oh no! Oh my
Sure,
gosh,
makes
what
sense.
is this?
Oh, that's me in the morning.
I see.
Yes, I'm waking up like a huge blob of flesh and blood. Slowly, like, gaining skin when I get out of bed.
Uh-huh. I see.
Yes. But you know what to say, it's not the outside that matters, it's the things on the inside.
Your guts. Sure.
Oh. Hello.
Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh my god.
That's weird.
Oh my pancreas. Oh.
Are you okay down there?
On the display dummy over there. Is there any way you can tell me who you've sold them to? Oh, I don't think so. I've sold at least 20 in the past month. As I said, it's a very popular style.
I like your beard. It looks like testicles. I mean, what? Oh my gosh. No one heard that. I bet your favorite sleep is... I'm here. I'm sorry, I had to get up for a little bit. I was feeling very, very sleepy. I thought I was going to fall asleep on stream. I mean... wouldn't be the first time, but... yeah. I assume that you are here to be entertained by my reading, not by my snoring. So, yeah, I got up and I got a bed of cantuccini with pistachio. So I hope the sugar will help me a little bit. As the cafe latte obviously didn't. So, where were we? Okay, today I'll be singing my debut single, Fall Right Into Place. Winnie took a deep breath, then just like that, her usual energy faded. Her playful grin softened with something more thoughtful, more wistful. Then she began to sing. I'm not singing. From the songbirds in the treetops to the valleys down below, every living creature has beauty to show. She sang with all the passion of a girl with no place to call home. Her voice was light, sweet, airy, but there was a deep depth beneath it, a kind of yearning woven between the notes. The creaking of the floorboards play a timeless melody. I wonder about the future that is waiting for me. She held one hand out as if she were reaching for something or someone, just out of grasp. Her voice carried through the still air, filling the empty space. Just listen. You didn't say anything. It was almost like you couldn't. You just watched her standing there above you, mesmerized by Winnie, the playful, energetic whirlwind of a ghost, who suddenly seemed so delicate, so lost in something unseen. She seemed almost caught between her dreams and memories, or lack of them. Winnie. I can't shake off this feeling of sweet mystery. like all the snowy mountain tops were made alive for me. Every bone in my being is begging to stay, like all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place. As she hit her final notes, Winnie's eyes fluttered shut as she let the sound settle into the stillness of the room. Then she cracked one eye open, grinning. So, how was it? You quickly stopped the recording. Hopefully I got it all. I kinda forgot halfway through that's why we were doing this. That was beautiful, Winnie. Yay, yippee! Where did that sound come from? My mouth. Oh my gosh. Okay, comedian, know that much. Did you write it? I think so. I hope so. It's when I first got here, it was in my head. Maybe it's a memory, I'm not sure. But it's pretty, right? It's gorgeous. You're an amazing singer. Well, I wouldn't be a very good idol if I couldn't sing. That's true. I just didn't realize you were that good. You leant back against the counter, arms crossed, as Winnie descended to stand beside you. A memory, huh? Music is a pretty powerful thing. I wonder if it means something. That I've always been destined to be famous? Maybe. It's kinda funny, huh? What is? They have no clue who I was, but I remember a song. Well, maybe it was important to you, something you held on to even after everything else faded away, like a little keepsake. Winnie hummed, rocking back and forth on her heels, or well, floating in place as if she had heels to rock on. For once, she didn't immediately follow up with a joke, she just thought about it, hands clasped behind her back. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, anything's possible, right? It's a little bittersweet. No, it's all sweet. Don't worry about sad stuff else, I don't care if I remember or not. All that matters is now I'm going to be a superstar. How did the recording turn out? Oh, I think it's good. I'll have to clean it up a little before it's ready to post though. I can add some special effects too. Strobe lights, fireworks, a backing track. Okay, temper your expectations a little here. I'm no professional. Hey. Winnie grinned nearly from ear to ear, and you were sure it was contagious, as you found yourself smiling back. A yawn escaped your lips inadvertently. Tired? All this fame and stuff really wears you out, huh? It's been a long day. You must be more exhausted than me. Not at all. I could sing all night. You might need to come up with some more songs first. So, you don't get tired? Nope. I can't even remember what sleep feels like. Man, that would be helpful. It's pretty cool, huh? Another perk of being a ghost. Doesn't it get lonely? Huh? Oh, sorry. You kinda sleep out. I just mean, while everyone else is sleeping. Must be very quiet around the store. If anything, it's just super boring. Luckily, Florian is usually around, but not tonight, huh? Boo. I'd keep you company if I didn't need to be up first thing in the morning. It's okay, Els. I'll keep practicing for my big debut. I won't be bored tonight. As your client slash business partner slash soon to be worldwide idol slash friend, I officially declare that your shift is over. Why, thank you, my esteemed Winnie. Oh, I like how that sounds. Uh-oh. If you're not careful, your idol thing will turn into a cult thing. Which honestly, I'm down for, but maybe we hold off for now. I'll get some sleep then. Good night, superstar. Night, else, rest up. Let me know when you finish editing my debut recording too, alright? You got it. Oh, by the way, thanks for helping me get your letter down from the top of my dresser last night. Huh? What do you... sure. Night, else. And just like that, Winnie floated up through the ceiling. So I am a witch. I knew it. A ghost idol. What a weird life I'm living. Well, at least I won't get bored out here. With that, you headed back upstairs. You stepped into your room, then promptly flopped down on the couch, exhaustion overtaking you. What a day. Between dealing with customers, meeting and helping Winnie with her idle stuff, and everything with Florian, you were left with little energy for yourself. You let your head come to rest on the back of the chair and closed your eyes. Just for a moment, you told yourself, just wanted to rest your eyes. Just a minute, and I'll get dinner and go to bed. And just like that, you fell into a light sleep. Until morning? Upstairs. Wake up. Follow rusting leaves. Destiny. Find it. Your eyes shot open as soft, insistent whispers rippled through your mind. The first thing you noticed was a cool draft brushing against your skin, and in the dim light of your room you saw something strange. A scattering of autumn leaves swirling in gentle motion around and around, as if the world's gentlest tornado was inside your room, and you were in the center of it. What the hell? Winnie, is that you? No reply came. You felt an inexplicable bleh. You felt an inexplicable pull, like a magnetic draw, urging you to stand. You got to your feet, and the swirling leaves followed you as if you were commanding them, which you weren't, as far as you were aware. You looked out the window, but the wind didn't seem to be coming from there. Winnie, is this some kind of practical joke? If it is, you got me. That pull continued, almost as if dragging you to the door. Swallowing hard, you followed it out of your door and upstairs. You had expected to see Winnie when you entered the room, but you found the attic empty. The pull continued, dragging you further into the room, relentlessly. Dust motes danced in the beam of moonlight that streamed through the stained glass window, as you made your way to one of the dressers, pushing aside boxes in your path. The closer you got, the more the temperature seemed to drop, and the leaves twirling around you began to glow. Cautiously, you reached out and brushed your fingers against the smooth wood of the dresser, your heart pounding. It was icy to the touch, much colder than you would have expected. With a deep breath, you pulled open the drawer and found a book. It looked old, leather-bound, with no writing on the front or spine that you could see. Carefully, steadily, you reached in and took it from its place in the drawer, blowing a layer of dust off the surface. As soon as you made contact with it, the leaves swirling around you exploded into gold dust, shimmering through the air before coming to rest on the wooden floor. The temperature of the room returned to normal, and you were left once again exhausted. Strange book in hand, you made your way back to your bedroom. You set down the book on the small dining table in the kitchen and changed into your pajamas. Whatever strange thing was going on right now, it could certainly wait until morning. No, it could not. Oh my gosh. I don't understand. Oh, my laptop is without battery. So that happens. You found a freaking book and you're not remotely curious about it. Okay. Visual novel logic. You crawled into bed, heart still racing, and closed your eyes. Despite the adrenaline running in your veins, weariness overtook you, and soon enough you fell back into a much deeper sleep. Day 5, Friday. The sing-songy chirping of a group of small blue birds on your windowsill woke you from your sleep. You sat up and yawned, stretching out your shoulders with a pop. I'm sure that's not meant to pop. Rubbing your bleary eyes, memories of last night suddenly resurfaced. Filled with alarm, you searched out the book you'd found and noticed that there was nothing on your table anymore. Oh. Was that all a dream? God, I need to stop watching TV or something. Okay, wait, what was that? Abruptly, a book fell onto your lap as if someone had dropped it. A very familiar leather-bound book. Does this place have a second ghost or something? So the book was there. Absent-mindedly, you began to flick through the pages, but instead of being greeted with a journal like you expected, you found strange, intricate drawings, almost like sigils. It looked old, but incredibly well kept, and you couldn't read a word of it. You flicked to the front, and in the bottom corner of the page was a single word, or in this case, a name: Marigold. Is this Aunt Sylvie's? Just what is going on around here? Ghosts and knights, sure, but people around here are different. Does that mean she was too? It did make sense to you, kind of. Your aunt was a little strange in a curious way. Okay, Mr. Book, I'm going to leave you here, but I'll come back to you later tonight, I promise. There's no need to follow me around the store, alright? I've got work to do, but trust me, you and I have a date tonight, alright? Don't go anywhere. You set the leather-bound book carefully on your desk, taking note of exactly where you leave it. All you wanted to do at that moment was find answers, but instead you turned to your door. There was work to be done, inventory needed sorting, bills to be paid, and customers waited to come spend their hard-earned money. But I have nothing to sell! And talk to you apparently, since that's what your aunt did, help people. Check out how Florian's feeling. Yeah, let's do it like this. I don't care. You spend a couple of hours cleaning the store. By the end of it, you're happy with your efforts. Store cleanliness increased. There you go. You had just stepped away from the counter to grab lunch when the door opened and Florian came waltzing in, covered once again with his sunglasses and bucket hat. Florian! Hey, how are you feeling? Did you get some sleep? The deep set eyes under his eye. The deep set bags under his eyes didn't look very promising. I'm fine enough to work. Well, if you say so, but you should think about going to see a doctor or something if it continues. Didn't I tell you to stop worrying about me? Yeah, but no one said I had to listen. Good day, Sir Florian. Pray forgive my intrusion, but might I inquire about this peculiar contraption you have hanging from your pocket? I have never seen its like before. Lucille stepped over from the side of the store, helmet under arm. She gestured towards a pair of headphones connected to Florian's phone, which was half hanging out of his pocket. It's a pair of headphones. Headphones? A peculiar name. I have heard of a phone owing to Lady Lucille, but not these headphones. They're tiny mini phones that you put into your ears and they put the screen in your what? Put the screen in your brain? Why do you have to say it like that? Winnie popped up from out of nowhere, grinning at Lucille. Is that so? But no, she's bullshitting you. They're just little speakers. You have to be careful or the tiny phones will invade your ears and take over your mind. That is quite terrifying, Lady Winona. I believe I will keep my distance from these headphones. I'm telling you she's lying. Look, you listen to music through them. Florian held the headphones out to Lucille, who raised a hand. My warmest thanks, but I believe it best to let my ears remain free from such intrusions. Why do you never listen to me? She's playing a trick on you. I do not believe Lady Winona would lead me astray. And I would? Hey. They're really just for listening to music. When is messing with you? Really, they're just for listening to music. You might like them. Thank you, Els, but if that is truly the case, there is plenty of music to hear without using technology I do not understand. The singing of birds, the rustling of leaves. I believe I will make do for now. Very well. Man, I'm too tired for this shit. Perhaps a caffeinated beverage would be of assistance, Florian. I shall go fetch you one. Els, coffee would be great. Coffee would be great. That will be no problem. Lady Winona, I apologize that I cannot offer you beverage too. Hey, it's okay, Lucy. I'll just enjoy it from afar. I really don't need to. I shall be back post-haste. At that, Lucille left out the front door, a spring in her step. I'm gonna keep practicing. Bye-bye, lazy bones. Winnie floated back up and through the ceiling. You weren't sure you'd ever get used to that. Seriously though, are you doing alright? It's just some personal shit. It has nothing to do with work. Alright, but don't overwork yourself too much, yeah? Actually, I'm glad you have a second alone. I wanted to talk to you. Why? I guess you're kinda the person I know best in town. Why? I'm not the kind of person that people confide in. I disagree. You're really easy to talk to. What is it? I found something. Congratulations, would you prefer a ribbon or a medal? Oh gosh, you're such an asshole. Is both an option? No. Damn, you got me all excited for no reason. But seriously, I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a tornado in my room. Right, a tornado in your room. You're not taking me seriously right now. No shit. You're telling me there was a tornado in your room. Okay, listen. Not a tornado exactly, but a lot of wind and leaves. And they were swirling around me. Uh-huh. And they led me to a book. A book I can't read, but that doesn't matter right now. As soon as I touched it, it all disappeared. What's going on here? Are you an idiot or something? Whoa, where that's coming from? Where's that coming from? And yeah, probably. I told you, this town is full of all kinds of people. That includes your aunt. There's probably a reason she wanted you to come take over. She always has a reason. She just never actually tells anyone about them. And I think she gets off on leaving people confused. Just a week ago, if you told me that ghosts and time-traveling knights and magic books existed, I would call you crazy. Now I'm just meant to accept all of that? I don't know, you're doing a pretty good job of it. Am I? You like Winnie and Lucille? Of course, they're both great. So who cares if they're a little different? And what about me? Maybe you're a little different too. Does it matter? Well, no, but it's just kinda tossing everything I thought I knew to the wind. Yeah, well, that's life. One day you're a normal person doing normal shit. And the next everything's turned upside down without your permission. Speaking from experience there? I don't know what you're talking about. You say so. Anyway, thanks Florian, I guess. I just have to be open-minded. I mean, I can't just not believe any of it's true, seeing as the evidence is right in front of my eyes. Can't wish away fighting off a tornado in your bedroom. Wasn't like that. My apologies for the wait, my friends. What wait? You were gone for all of 5 minutes. 5 minutes to get coffee? Goddamn, that was fast. A midday jog helps me clear my mind. Please enjoy. You were jogging with coffee? She placed down a small tray on the counter with 3 drinks carefully tucked into it. You quickly took yours, glad for it, and Lucille picked up something floral smelling. What have you got there? The shopkeep called it a white berry forest tea. I will admit I have not yet tried such a thing, but I tend to keep away from coffee. I said you didn't have to get me anything. It would be unbecoming of a knight to offer a drink to Els and not you, Sir Florian. Please. I'm not thirsty. Truly? I apologize. I did not mean to make you uncomfortable. It's not. Ugh. With a grumble, Florian picked up his drink. It smelled like a strong, dark, rich coffee. There, are you happy now? I've got work to do. With that, he took off, coffee in hand. Is he always so pleasant? If by pleasant you mean acts as if some knave had defiled his morning gruel, then yes. Sir Florian has been rather somber from the moment we met some months ago now. Well, I guess even Grumpy is charming in its own way. I'm sure he has his reasons. That is true. If I were to speak my mind, I would say he holds little belief in himself, unfortunately, though I do not know the circumstances that have led him to think like that. Regardless, under his solemn exterior, he is full of kindness. I'm with you there. He might roll his eyes or grumble a little, but he's always stopped to help me when I need it. Now, that is enough idle rest. I must take my watch and secure the perimeter of this establishment. Wait, barely had a break. You were running an errand. Though my respite was brief, the call of duty is constant. I would not delay in safeguarding you and this store. Very well. Lucille bowed low to you before leaving out the front door once again. Well, back to work, I guess. Let's go to the attic. Find something to sell. You've been searching through your aunt's collection. And shell necklace. Okay. It's a little past 5 p.m. and you're sweeping a few stray leaves from the floor when the door is pushed open once again. And then 5 more leaves join you, waiting their inevitable sweeping. Greetings, Sir Emmet. You have arrived at the most fortuitous time. Sir Florian and I were just debating over whether elves would neglect to pay the bills or not this week. Oh. You're not supposed to tell anyone that. It was just between us. Do I look that forgetful? You want me to answer that honestly? No, I'm not sure. Emmet adjusted his glasses, pushing them up from the center with his fingertips. No bills will go unpaid while I'm still contracted. What's that supposed to mean? Everything would fall apart if I fired you? I didn't say that, but you're free to assume what you will. Careful, if you speak to me so nicely, people will think you actually enjoy my company. My apologies, we wouldn't want that, would we? Now I'll set up my computer at the counter and we can go through your books together. I did bring my own laptop if that makes things easier. It would stop me having to come and assist you every week, yes. Mrs. Marigold never did have any interest in technology. Oh, and miss out hanging... Oh my gosh. And miss out on hanging with you. Oh, and miss out on hanging with you. Perish the thought. That's a slight blush. Maybe not. I would be happy to show you how to digitize your accounting yourself, and then there would be no need for me to come here every week. You would save money and I would save time. That sounds like a win-win to me, from business owner to business owner. But what about your wonderful company? I could be used on another client, I assure you. Fine, it's upstairs. Should I bring it down? Upstairs isn't adequate. A quieter location might be a good idea. Emmet looked sideways to where Florian and Winnie were, currently discussing a movie that had just been released, and then towards Lucille, who was sharpening her sword. Probably a good idea. The two of you headed upstairs and into your apartment. Ooh. Home sweet home. Can I get you something to drink? Coffee would be fantastic, thank you. You crouched down to look in the back of your aunt's cupboard. There were around a dozen different kinds of tea in beautiful little embossed tins with handwritten labels. Her aunt's handwriting? It sure looked like it. Pushing those aside, you found what looked like a 20-year-old container of instant coffee. Fair warning, I think this coffee is older than I am. Would you expect anything less from the owner of an antique store? Touché, I'm just saying. If you get poisoned, please don't sue me. All I have to pay you with is buttons and pocket links. I can't say a client has tried to pay me with Pocket Link before, but I've been known to accept buttons on occasion. Oh, would you look at that? He's making jokes. You peered up at him. It sat down at your kitchen table at some point, scrutinizing his face. Seriously? No, I would accept buttons. It was a joke. Oh, it's actually kind of impressive how you can keep a completely straight face while joking. I thought maybe you worked with a button factory. I do, but they pay me by direct deposit. You do? No, there's no button factories anywhere near Willowmist. Alright, wise guy. How am I meant to know when you're joking, huh? You stood up, quickly pouring both Emmet and yourself a cup of the maybe perhaps kind of out of date instant coffee. Here's hoping it's still drinkable. You handed him the cup and placed your own down at the spot beside his, then collected your laptop, which was still up on to Winnie's idol page. A fan of idols? Used to be an idol back in the day. This is for Winnie. I used to be an idol back in the day. Is that so? Yep, big into singing, dancing, all that. And he decided to pack it all up and move to the countryside to sell antiques. Well, the spotlight isn't for everyone. I just shine too brightly. It's fortunate you have something to fall back on if this doesn't work out then. Putting aside the non-work talk, please navigate to this website and download the software. I will give you a license to use it under my business. Emmet pulled out his own laptop, then showed you the download page for some piece of accounting software, which you promptly downloaded. Have you ever used a program like this before? But if I said I had, I would inquire whether you were lying or not. Okay, I haven't. Really, I'm new to all of this. Any guidance you can give me is appreciated. Not to worry. It's rather beginner-friendly, and your aunt's business is quite simple. It's all cash in, cash out. I would suggest continuing to use the book downstairs for keeping track of sales, as Mrs. Marigold will find it more comfortable when she returns. But once a week you can copy the numbers in here. He leaned over slightly, pointing towards the screen. Mrs. Marigold chooses to pay off her bills weekly. I had suggested monthly or every 2 weeks, but she was adamant about it. These bills will cover water, power, the usual payment for your employees is already paid directly out of your aunt's accounts, so there is no need to worry about that. That saves me a bit of effort, that is true. Just make sure to put some time aside every weekend for paying bills. Got it. My weekends are about to go crazy. So I just click here to find my bills? No, over here. He leant over again, and you couldn't help but notice the scent of his cologne. It was almost floral. In fact, if you had to pinpoint the way it smelled, maybe sparkly? Distracted, your hand brushed against his, and for a split second, time seemed to pause. Emmet quickly pulled his hand back and cleared his throat, before continuing on like nothing happened. Huh. Yes, just there. Click on this tab, and it will show you an overview of your pending payments for the week. Alright, I got it. Thanks, Emmet. From here on, it should be straightforward. However, since it's your first time, I'll stick around and assist you with filling in some sales data from the book downstairs. Really? That's awfully kind of you. At that he let out a rare laugh. I'm paid by the hour, else I wouldn't call it kindness. Oh, I see. Looking to fill up your bank account, huh? That's the point of running a business, yes. I appreciate the help nonetheless, even if it comes from a selfish place. Want another coffee before we start, Numbers Boy? Numbers Boy? You like numbers, don't you? Yes, I suppose so. I know, one of those coffees was enough to last me a lifetime, thank you. If I never have to drink another, it will be too soon. I'll grab the book then. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. You headed back downstairs, then spent the next several hours going through the handwritten records your aunt left, plus your recent additions. Fortunately, just as Emmet said, it was a rather simple task, just very time-consuming. And done. Well, that was fun. It was, yes. Okay, now I'm the one who was joking. I think I'll leave all the numbers to you. That much is obvious. I had to stop you from entering the wrong amount at least a dozen times. Hey, I'm learning. Does that mean if this doesn't work out, I won't be getting an apprenticeship at your accounting firm? Spend a few more years studying and then maybe you'll have a chance. At an interview. Wow, what's the point of knowing anyone if you can't even get a job through nepotism? I believe that a friendship is required for nepotism to work. Are you saying you don't want to be my friend, even though I'm so effortlessly charming, witty, and funny? I do not have time for friendships, Mrs. Marigold. So I apologize, but a nepotistic position in my company is not likely. That's not how it seemed when I bumped into you the other night. When you... What do you mean? At the Silver Oak. I knew it, you would forgot. I knew... You were there? Am I that forgettable? You were sitting a few tables away from me. Lucille and I were leaving when you told me I was doing a great job with the store and you wanted to see me again. His face. And then you asked me out to dinner. I believe you're confusing me with someone else. No, it was definitely you. Lucille saw you too. So that's a no to hanging out? It's late. I believe that our time is up. I will bill Mrs. Marigold directly for our session. He stood hastily, and the sound of wood scraping against wood echoed through the small room as he threw back his chair and began quickly putting all of his papers and laptop back into his briefcase. Then maybe we could... I should really be on my way. Good night, Els. Don't forget to brush your teeth tonight. Brush my... Wait, what? In a hurry, Emmett rushed out the door and down the stairs, leaving you staring at the empty spot where you'd been just a moment ago. Don't forget to brush my teeth? What is it, my mother? Wait, what's that? A folded up piece of paper remained on the table. You unfolded it to see a letter addressed to Emmett. Resisting the urge to snoop, you instead folded it back up and found your hands covered in sparkles. What the... You brushed them off on your shirt, then touched the paper again. Once again covered in sparkles, despite the paper looking crisp and white. Emmett will probably want this. Taking the letter in hand, you dashed downstairs. Where did he go? Check Emmett's business card. Wander around and hope for the best. Oh, which one? Oh. I should have chosen the other one. Oh. That's a good number though. You dug through your pocket and pulled out the business card Emmett had given you to a few days prior. Flipping it over, you found an address listed and quickly inputted it in your phone. There you are. Hopefully you live near your office. You set off on foot, walking through the darkened town. It was a clear night, and the sky was full of more stars than you could count. It was certainly different back home. You were walking like this in search of Emmet, but slightly distracted by the sight above, and you heard a meow? Then another, and another. Where's that coming from? Following the noise, you turned into a side street and saw a group of kittens, huddled together and surrounding a certain man. Don't worry, I brought you food, so there's no need to get violent. There, eat. Taking care of the kitties! Oh my. Emmet was crouched low to the ground, holding out a small white plate bordered with yellow ducks for the group of tiny cats. As the kittens meowed and ate, he stroked them gently, smiling. His normally serious face had been replaced by a softer expression. Well, I wasn't expecting to find my favorite numbers boy feeding strays. Ah! What are you doing here? As he spoke, his voice cracked and the kittens scattered, leaving the two of you alone in the dim moonlight. I wasn't following you for no reason. Maybe I enjoyed your company so much I didn't want to end it yet? I promise, I was just following you. Okay, I suppose I did kinda follow you, but not for anything nefarious. You left something at the store. I just wanted to return it. Really, here, sorry for spooking you. We held the letter out to him, and he finally stood up from his crouched position, dusting the dirt off his pants. He reached out and took the letter carefully, as if not to tear it. Did you read it? I'm not as nosy as I look. No, I didn't read it, I promise. Well, Emmett cleared his throat and adjusted his tie before tucking the letter away inside his jacket. I apologize for my prior rudeness. This was highly unprofessional of me. I'm not expecting you to be professional outside of your work hours. In fact, I think you should probably loosen up that tie a little even during business. You like cats? I suppose you could say that. That's not a yes or a no. They're small and cute. And you like small and cute things? You like small and cute things? Is that a crime? No, it's just unexpected. I thought you were more interested in spreadsheets and auditing, not cats. Can a person not like multiple things? Of course, I'm just happy to know something new about you. Getting anything out of you is like talking to a brick wall. Why would you care? Do I need a reason to want to get to know someone? Emmett adjusted his glasses and stared at you for a few moments, as if he was waiting for the punchline. Okay, apparently I do. I'm new in town. I'd like to make some friends. Is that sufficient? I'm sure there's plenty of people around town who would be thrilled to be friends with you. And that doesn't include you. I'm a busy man. I don't have time for hanging out. Right, I remember. You have no time for friendship. So why were you feeding kittens then? A fair comment. Thank you for returning my letter, Mrs. Marigold, but it's late and I really should be getting home now. You should too. Then how about letting me walk you home? There's no need for that. It is hardly a 10-minute walk from here. I know there's probably no need, but can I do it anyway? Daddy sighed and his shoulders dropped. Fine, if it makes you happy, that doesn't mean I consider us friends. Oh my gosh, why is everyone so The two of you started walking through the dark streets. There was a cool breeze and you pulled your clothes tighter around yourself. How about close acquaintances? We can start there. Great, you won't regret it. You smiled brightly, and Emmett looked at you out of the corner of his eye. So, my close acquaintance, am I allowed to ask you something? If I ask you not to talk to me, you wouldn't do it, would you? I don't talk that much, do I? Emmett remained silent. Ah, wow, ouch, okay, I can't tell if you're joking or not. That's kinda terrifying. But okay, going back to the topic at hand. What was with you the other night? Seriously, I don't think I'm going crazy. I definitely saw you there. I was afraid you'd ask that. Ah, fine, I'll tell you, but this will stay between us. My lips are sealed. I have a low alcohol tolerance. Huh? The normal, non-supernatural answer stunned you at first, and then you were surprised by your own reaction. Why did you expect it to be something different? Wait, that's really it? Why would I lie to you about that? It's embarrassing enough to admit. I guess it's just so mundane, like compared to a ghost or a time-traveling night. A what? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, don't worry about it. So you really were just drunk the other night? Quinn offered me some of his homemade cider and I felt embarrassed to turn it down. It was only one drink, but that's all it takes. I apologize you had to see me that way. It was actually kind of adorable seeing you act so nice, sweet, talkative. Adorable? A 31-year-old man is hardly adorable. And yet there you are. How strange. This is why I try to avoid alcohol. How much does it take to get you drunk exactly? Like one sip? Please do not test that. You can't tell me all that and then not follow up with a number, Emmett. Where's the fun in that? God, I've already told you too much. Yes, even one sip will do it to me. It's not something I'm proud of. If it helps, I'm not much of a drinker either. That's what the early 20s are for. I'm old enough, my bones are creaking. You can't be more than 25. Oh, are you complimenting me, my dear accountant, trying to get on my good side? Hardly. I'm 26 actually, but you were close. What are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere at 26? What's this I hear? Someone wants to get to know me? It's only simple curiosity. To tell you the truth then, I have no clue. You have no clue. I was getting a little burnt out working part-time jobs, and thought maybe some time away from the city would be good for me. Running the store was just a lucky opportunity. I haven't even seen my aunt since I was a kid. It would be like Mrs. Marigold to leave a near stranger in charge of her business. I don't think she had much of a choice. My grandparents passed away, and my mom... Well, they don't talk for some reason. What about you? And you can't weasel out of my invasive questions this time. You asked first. I moved to town a few years ago. It's your business? That came after. I arrived in this town with only the clothes on my back. Messy divorce. Are you on the run? Well, is it her? Are you on the run? Don't tell me you're on the run for tax fraud. Please give me a little more credit than that. Just saying, someone who knows the system would have an easier time using it to their advantage. If I wanted to commit tax fraud, I wouldn't be caught. So you've considered it? I can't believe I have to say this aloud. No, I have not considered committing tax fraud. There, are you happy? Ecstatic. Why'd you move here then? It's complicated. I needed a new start, and I didn't have much else. This town just seemed quiet. I'd have to agree with that. My previous job was quite intensive. I lived within the same building as I worked, and I rarely had a day off. I didn't really have a life beyond that. When the opportunity presented itself, I took it to leave. Was it accounting related? Kind of. Thank you, that's very specific. Emmett suddenly stopped outside a small, two-story high apartment building. There looked to be a sign hanging out the front. Finch Advisory. What are you, some kind of workaholic? Yes, but I live above my practice. It's just easier. Even if it was greatly unnecessary, thank you for seeing me home. You really didn't have to. Seriously, you didn't. I know, I didn't. I just wanted to. You're incredibly strange. Thank you. I did not intend it as a compliment. Well, I'll take it that way. Surprising. Thank you for returning my letter and the walk. Good night, Mrs. Marigold. Gave you a curt nod and then walked towards the building before stopping in his doorway and suddenly fishing around in his briefcase. Just as you were about to turn around and head back to the store, Hammett cleared his throat, then walked back over to you before shoving something in your hand. Small card. You did already give me your business card, but now I have a spare. Thanks. I wrote my number on that one. Oh? For emergencies only. Oh, emergencies only, you say? God damn. Emmett pushed his glasses up before turning around and finally entering the building, leaving you to stand alone in the dark streets, the door closed behind him. Flipping over the card in your hands, you could see both the mobile number and the personal email address scrawled in messy, loose handwriting. Oh my gosh, I know how to read. Does this mean we're friends now? A click sounded through the empty street as the window was pulled open ever so slightly. No. and then it was shut again. With a smile, you pocketed the card and started on your way back to the store. Okay. The shop floor was quiet when you entered. All the lights had been turned off, and only the faint glow from the moon illuminated the store. Florian didn't look to be around. Maybe it was cleaning the storeroom, or maybe it finally accepted it was sick and needed to rest. Likely the former. You strode across the store, ready to head up the stairs. Els, you have returned. Ah! Jesus, Lucille, what are you doing hiding in the dark? Hiding? A night does not hide. I was merely keeping guard while waiting for your return. It's late, you should be home. In truth, I did attempt to head home earlier, but the town was too quiet. I feared leaving the store unguarded, so I intended to come check on you. Sir Florian informed me that you had gone out and not returned, and I grew concerned. Alright, Emote left something here, so I had to hunt him down. Thanks for coming to check on me, Lucille, but really, it's way outside your pay grade to have to guard me after hours. This is nothing about pay, Els. I need no reward, only the knowledge that you are safe and well. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks, Lucille. I'm totally fine. In fact, we were talking and I walked Emote home. Not sure how happy he was about the whole thing, but you know, maybe it's the thought that counts. A noble deed, no matter how small, is never wasted. Yeah, I guess that's true. It was kind of fun, too. Lucille placed her helmet on her head and brushed herself off. Well, if everything is in order, I will take my leave. Do not worry, I will not allow myself to be late tomorrow morning. She bowed low, then started towards the door. Wait, can I walk you home too? Lucille paused for a moment, then turned and walked back over to you, placing her hand on your shoulder. And allow you to see yourself home alone after? Nay, I would not. She shook her head. I have a means to protect myself should brigands set upon me. You do not. It would not be fitting. Do not worry, I will be well. It is not your duty to escort me to and fro. Something I need to know reward only in the knowledge that you are safe and well. Leave the protection to me, Els. While I live and breathe, I will never allow a hair on your head to be harmed. Fine, but one day I'm going to force you to let me look after you too. That's the deal. She nodded. You are a stubborn one. Very well, a deal it is. Until next time, then. She gave you another nod before heading out the front door and disappearing into the night. The sound of the bells chiming faded as the door closed, and once again the store was plunged into silence. You waited for a minute or two until you heard the sound of her footsteps growing distant, then locked the front door and started back up the stairs. Your room was much as you left it, cluttered by decades and decades of use. It wasn't quite home yet, but it was a nice change from a dingy apartment you'd called your own for the last few years. You walked over to the kitchen table and closed your laptop. With all the rush of chasing after Emote, you hadn't forgotten you still had cleaning up to do. With a sigh, you packed up the various papers that still scattered the surface, before placing your laptop back on your desk. Wait a second, where'd the book go? You quickly started searching around your desk and under it, but it was nowhere in sight. Hey, book, where'd you go? I know I didn't imagine you. No response. With a grumble, you began turning the room upside down in search of it, under your bed, in the wardrobe, in every cupboard and drawer, but no matter how hard you searched, it seemed to be missing. Finally, exhausted, you sat down at your desk and found it sitting on the surface, as if it had never gone missing in the first place. Huh. You're messing with me, aren't you? Still no response, though what would have been more surprising would have been getting a response, really. Alright then, book, play difficult, see if I care. You picked it up and flicked through the pages. It was the same as before, page after page after page of sigils and writing in a script you couldn't read. One page at a time, you painstakingly searched from high to low for anything you could read. An hour later, you slammed the book down onto your desk, frustrated. Nothing. You wanted me to find you, didn't you? Why are you being so difficult now? At that moment, a cloud drifted lazily by in the star-filled sky outside, and the moon shone through your window, casting a beam of light onto the desk. The light shone on the open book, and as if a switch had been flipped, the entire book began to glow. The brightness burned your eyes, and you covered them, turning away and squeezing your eyelids shut. After a few moments, the glow faded, and when you looked again, the book was still there, sitting on the desk, but something had changed. Where before you saw plain used leather, now you saw beautiful gilded edges and intricate embossing. It looked like a piece of art more than a book. But suddenly it snapped closed as if caught in a strong breeze. Oh, well, I never. A voice echoed from the book, and slowly it began to float off the table, hovering just a few inches in the air. First, you ignored me for an entire day, as though I were some common dime-a-dozen grimoire. And now you have the gall to pour through my pages with all the delicacy of an ogre cracking walnuts? Appalling, simply appalling! The book is talking? I let out a long, suffering sigh. I was created by the finest scribes, imbued with the wisdom of archmages long since reduced to dust. And this is how I am treated? Handled like some sordid cookbook filled with peasant recipes for root stew and boiled turnips? If a book could glare, you were sure the book was glaring at you at that moment. Well, having anything to say for yourself, you crude, tome-mangling barbarian? You're a book. A book? A book? Why, you wretched, foul-mannered... Whoa, no need to get worked up. God, what am I saying to a book? How are you talking? I am far from a book. I am an archive of the ages, a collection of arcane lore, a repository of incantations. A book. Oh, the sheer depths of your ignorance astound me. One would think even a mind as tragically mundane as yours could grasp such rudimentary concepts. And you must be a so-called wizard or witch or whatever tawdry moniker humans are calling yourselves these days, yes? No, I'm just... And now you'll drool upon my pages and mutter incantations with all the grace of a toad gargling mud. What a joy. I suppose there is a positive side to this. Soon you will likely turn yourself into a particularly stupid-looking beetle, and I will no longer have to deal with your ignorance. Though truth be told, I doubt anyone would notice the difference. What's going on here? What is going on here is that you are an imbecile and inconsiderate lout. My gosh, this is a very rude book. I've been here patiently waiting a proper spellcaster for years, only to find myself stuck with some dim-witted oaf who doesn't have the common sense not to handle my pages with their sweaty, sticky hands. Who, what, how are you? So the peasant finally decides to address me as something other than a measly book. Congratulations truly on the progress. I am Barnabas the Magnificent, eternal chronicler of magic most high and patron saint of arcane perfection, linguistic superiority, and the grossly undepreciated art of proper book handling. Something you surely lack. You sorely lack. You're a talking spellbook. Oh, certainly. If you wish to diminish my grandeur to the mere status of a talking book, then by all means wallow in your simplistic understanding of the arcane. How someone like you is fit to be my master, I will never understand. The fates truly must despise me. I'm your master? That is how this works. I, the glorious and sublime Barnabas, was created by a powerful magician to assist her in the mastery of her craft. However, when she died, she bound me to her bloodline. Long have I been passed down from generation to generation, waiting to find a master worthy of my knowledge. And somehow, despite all odds, I have ended up in the possession of a clueless thunderhead. I think you're getting confused. I'm not a witch or wizard or whatever crazy fantasy you've got in that head pages of yours. Preposterous! Only a magic practitioner could open my pages, even if that magic practitioner is the least adept one ever to have lived. You know what? I think I'm going to put you away in a drawer. Put me away? As though I were some mere object? Oh, the audacity. Well, be my guest. At that you stood, walked across your room and threw open the top drawer of your dresser. You stuffed him in there with your underwear and slammed it shut. With your underwear? Okay. How dare you? This is an affront to the very notion of my being. I say let me out. Let me out immediately. You're a really cool book, aren't you? Just teleport out. Teleport? I'm not a mere parlor trick. I'm an object of arcane beauty, masterpiece of craftsmanship, and yeah, you're a really cool talking book. Fine, have it your way. While you languish in your mundaneness, never to know the truth of your potential, I will begin reciting the first 5,000 volumes of the Great Encyclopedia Arcana. Barnabas began to loudly, obnoxiously recite the contents of a series of books you'd never heard of, despite your attempts to cover your ears. Finally, unable to take it any longer, you ripped open the drawer, pulled the book out, and placed it back on your desk. Instantly, Barnabas stopped. Alright, enough already. Look, I'm sorry, okay? You're a book. Talking book. It's a little overwhelming. A little overwhelming? Try having someone lick their fingers before flicking through your pages. Ah, my bad. The book sighed. Yes, it is very much your bad. Now listen here. Whether you and I like it or not, we are stuck together. I am yours, and you are my master. Barnabas floated up in the air. It is now your duty to continue the line of marigold spellcasters and use the powers I have to offer you to become the most powerful being this town has ever seen. I'm not sure I want to become some magical overlord. And why not? I was created by a mighty sorceress, and now she is dead. It is your destiny to continue her legacy. Look, I run an antique store. That's kind of what takes up all my time at the moment. Unless you have some spells in there that'll make me super successful and rich. Right, I keep the Give Me Vast Fortune spell right next to the one for turning people into beetles. You're really sarcastic for a book, you know. I have to be considering my current circumstances. And as you're my new master, I'm afraid the sarcasm is likely here to stay. Oh, goody. God, what's happening to my life right now? I have you know I was flipping burgers a week ago. A burger flipper? No wonder you handle me so roughly. I've spent years and years in the care of some of the most talented wizards and witches in history.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Thank you, Melta.
Stretch! Stretch!
Oh, I need to... Wait, my nose. Give me a second. Okay, let me start by drinking some water. And stretching. I'm stretching. Oh gosh, stretching is making me yawn. Okay. Thank you, Melta. Okay, okay. I have spent years and years in the care of some of the most talented wizards and witches in history, and I am handed over to a grease-stained fry cook. Oh, the shame. It's not like I chose you. That makes two of us then. It's not like I chose you either. Look, Barnabas, we're not getting anywhere here. Why don't you tell me a little more about yourself? If you get to know each other, maybe we can get along better. Oh, so now you wish to know about me? Excellent social grace master. The book cleared his throat. As I told you before, I am the great and magnificent Barnabas, codex to the once magnificent Marigold line. Why did my aunt never tell me about you? How should I know? She was always a rather distant woman, left me to grow dusty on the shelves, a true crime. And you've always been a book? Of course, I am the sum of all the magic ever recorded by the Marigold family. Every spell, every enchantment, every bit of knowledge is all kept right here. Oh, it's Messiah! Hello, hello! Wait, am I waving? Did I... my stream is a bit slow. How you doing, Messiah? I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday. 6 a.m. just coming to say hi and lurk while I sleep. Okay, thank you for the lurk. Please have some nice rest. 6 a.m. Goddamn. Sleep, sleep. Little Messiah. Oh, I wish I could be asleep too. Later I will nap. Okay. A dim-witted oaf like you would have no hope of handling all that magic, so I am limited in the knowledge I can give to you. Stretch again? Okay, let me stretch again.
Wetness. Dead.
And hydration. Oh my gosh. The bear was right in her face. I just noticed that. Listen, that was not on purpose, okay? Gosh. Stretching. I'm stretching. Oh. Oh gosh, my neck. Water. I'm almost finishing this bottle. Okay. Okay. I'm going to pee a lot. Thank you. Where was I? Okay, so the Marigold family is a family of witches and wizards, I will assume. What? What are you doing? I hope that works though. A house in the middle of a house? Why? But yeah, that's me talking. Okay, if you wish to learn every spell in my repertoire, then you will need to prove to me through practice and training that you are a worthy recipient. I don't know how much time I'll have for training between keeping the store afloat and dealing with the locals' problems. It's no fault of mine. Perhaps you should have been born with the aptitude to become a magician instead of a manial. Manial? I don't know how to say that. It said it, but it didn't enunciate it right. Listen, it's... I don't know how to explain. I don't know. I have no excuse. It didn't make the pauses for comas. Yeah, it did not. I guess I can't say comas. No. Anyway. Come here. What, and allow you to manhandle me again? Absolutely not. Come on, Barnabas, how am I supposed to practice? I'm not allowed to look at you. Fine, but do gear. I never saw that word before. Do gear my pages? Else I'll make good on my promise to turn you into a beetle. Anyways, I'm gonna night sleep well, Messiah. Thank you for the lurk. Smoochies. Smoochies. Oh wow. How the hell am I going to read that? With a huff, Barnabas floated towards you, hovering in the air. You lifted a hand and carefully took the cover before flipping through its pages. While many of the pages were still written in a way you couldn't understand, some pages at the front seemed to suddenly be legible. Do not think that you have gained my trust by any means. If I had hands, they would be on my hips and I would be giving you the sternest of looks. I am allowing you to produce my pages only because there is a small chance that somewhere within that pea-sized brain there is a shred of talent. Gosh, I'm hating this book so much. Yeah, don't trust me, I get it. How do I start? Firstly, as you have no experience in the arts whatsoever, I suppose it would be best if you pick one spell to practice. No, actually I should, because, let's be frank, your judgment is clearly poor and unreliable. Against my better judgment, I shall alter the contents of my pages to provide a use in your mundane life as much as it pains me. Barnabas flipped his pages, then, seemingly of his own accord, started glowing with a bright golden light. With this, I have modified the spell Revelatio Obscura. Now, upon successfully casting such a spell, your eyes will have an easier time spotting things that are hidden. If the spell fails, it is because you are in fact a worthless and talentless excuse for a human, and nothing to do with my modifications. So it helps me find things? I can think of a few times that I could be useful, a few times that could be useful. Yes, well, if that is all, please put me away somewhere, preferably not near where you keep your filthy undergarments. Wait, you have to teach me how to cast a spell first. Must I? Isn't that your whole point of existence? My point is to hold information, not hold your hand. Figure it out yourself. Fine, but if I accidentally set the store on fire, it's on you. You pulled out the chair at your desk, sat down, and reached out and grabbed Barnabas. Please don't let my pages be burned. It would be terribly inconvenient. I'll try, but no promises. Ignoring him, you started studying the page. It detailed how to cast the spell, with various diagrams, drawings, and words. As you read, the letters and images seem to float off the page into your mind, then finally everything sunk in. You pulled out a notebook and began scribbling sigils left, right, and center. If this was what magic was like, it was going to be a lot easier than you thought. Once satisfied, you put Barnabas back down on the table and pushed the chair back. Time for a little field testing. You placed the notebook down on the ground in front of you, stuck your hand and... Revelatio Obscura. Nothing happened. Revelatio Obscura. Nothing. With a groan, you tried one more time, waving your arms about wildly. Revelatio Obscura! Utterly hopeless. Shut up! I have this! You are far from having this. Your pronunciation is that of an illiterate stable boy. Try again, slowly this time, if you please. You took a deep breath, feeling the way your lungs filled with air, and focused on the spell. Revelatio Obscura, or Velatio, I don't know, whatever. A lamp in the corner of the room began to flicker on and off, and the hanging plants near the window swayed gently, despite no wind that night. Congratulations, master, you are truly a master of the craft. The world shall tremble before your might. Hey, it worked! Look at that, I did it! Yes, congratulations on making a lamp flicker. That doesn't mean it worked, right? Yes, the store sits on a magical ley line. There are often side effects to spells cast here. What spell can I learn next? What spell? The fledgling asks, as if the entire process were so easy. Please continue to amuse me. What? I cast it, right? You must practice. Even simple spells are fiendishly difficult, and I will not stand idly while you butcher them with your lack of skill. When you have more experience, perhaps then I will teach you another. Perhaps. Okay, geez, I'll keep practicing whenever I need to find something then, alright? It would be the smartest thing you've done since I met you. For now, though, I suddenly feel wept. Yes, well, casting a spell will drain your magical reserves, And until you are more proficient, even the simplest of spells will require significant focus. Well, I'm too tired for this. I'm going to bed. What should I do with you? I am perfectly capable of looking after myself. Are you capable of yapping less while I try to sleep, or do you need to go back into the drawer? Do not even suggest such a thing. Hey. Good night, Barney. Barnabas. Barnabas, not Barney. Close enough. You slip into bed and shut your eyes, waves and waves of tiredness washing over you. As you drift off, the last thing you heard was the sound of a disgruntled book complaining. You want a new spell? Search the attic now as higher chance of finding items. Oh, good. I need more items to sell. And apparently today is a day to pay the bills. We had hoped to awaken to the gentle chirping of birds or the sound of a breeze rustling leaves in the world outside your window. Instead, you woke to the sound of a very grumpy, pompous book opening, then shutting its cover repeatedly, as loudly as possible. Good morning, Master. Oh, I apologize. Did I wake you? It's probably about time for me to get up anyway. Good. It would be a tragedy to waste your morning on slumber. Up, let's get a move on. With a grumble, you pushed the covers aside and swung your legs out of your bed. You made your way over to your dresser, picked up a change of clothes. You always wear the same clothes, though. Then turned back to look at Barnabas, who was sitting on your desk across the room. Do you mind? I'm changing. It's not as if I have eyes, Master. I see the world differently from a base creature like you. Cool, but I'd rather you didn't see me getting changing anyway. If it pleases you, Master, I will turn around. Does that satisfy? You quickly changed and grabbed a piece of fruit, noting that your food stock really was near empty now. Have to find a grocery store later. Now, as much as I enjoy your presence, Barney, I've got work to do. Did you want to come with or... No, thank you. The thought of being paraded around in front of the general populace, subject to the gazes of those who cannot appreciate my glory, fills me with despair. I will stay right here, thank you. I'll turn the TV on for you just in case you get bored. Your consideration is touching, Master, truly. See ya. With that, you made your way down the stairs and stepped into the store proper. You were halfway down the stairs when you heard voices talking back and forth. That was beginning to feel like a normal thing around the store, but you didn't recognize one of the two voices. Oh. Oh, who is you? Hello? Okay, I'm afraid that is not possible. Elle requires their due rest, and besides, it is my duty to protect them. Ah, Lucille, come on. It's not that big of a deal. I just want to see her with a little bedhead. I will not budge on this matter. Sleep is more important than your senseless whims. Is that a party I didn't get invited to going on? This seems to happen a lot. You make a person feel left out if you're not careful. You winked towards Lucille, who instantly straightened up, then turned your eyes towards the other person. Your eyes met another's, a man with red hair you didn't recognize. He smiled up at you lopsidedly before brushing a lock of hair behind his ear. Well, if it isn't the most mesmerizing face I've seen all week, you must be the infamous new owner of the store. You can call me handsome, or Eden will do. Oh my gosh, that's so cringe. Cringe, I can't do it. Eden it is. Nice to meet you. I was right, I've heard a lot about you, but it looks like the rumors were selling you short. Rumors? Well, color me curious. Eden took a few steps up the staircase, his gloved hand trailing over the railing as he approached you. When he got close enough, he leaned in towards you and whispered. It wasn't quite touching you, but was close enough that it felt like an intimate gesture. Funny story, I'd heard that the new owner already had a fan club because of their overwhelming beauty and charisma. From what I've seen, I'd have to agree. Eden pulled back and smiled. Well, the rumors say a lot more than that, but let's leave some of the secrets and mystery for now, shall we? We have to be a little mysterious to be interesting after all. At that, Eden turned around and walked back down the stairs, the sound of wood creaking with every step. There is something you need, Sir Eden. I suggest you speak now. Why rush our first meeting? We'll be telling everyone about it at our wedding. He winked up at you, then turned his attention to Lucille. Really, you don't need to be so defensive. I don't bite, unless you ask me nicely. I have no interest in anything of the sort from you. If you have no business here, please take your leave. You are running an establishment here. Lucille moved her hand towards the hilt of her sword, but didn't draw it. Eden raised his hands and backed up a step. Alright, I'm going to note that down. Next time, Lucille isn't a fan of jokes. My deepest apologies, my lady knight. Eden gave a half bow to Lucille while she just shifted to stand a little straighter. I just wanted to introduce myself to our lovely new shopkeep. Believe it or not, I'm actually Willowmist's most famous carpenter. Okay. I believe you are Willowmist's only carpenter. Ouch, that may be true, but the point stands. A carpenter looks more like a model. I was expecting someone who looks more like Quinn. I happen to be acquainted with your aunt. We work together on occasion, so I'd like to extend the same offer to you. If I remember correctly, Sir Eden, Lady Sylvie would also refer to you as a flirt and a liar. What can I say? There's so much beauty in the world. Should I not celebrate it? Lady Sylvie would say that you are incapable of taking anything seriously. That I can accept. You're such an honest person, Lucille. It almost makes me jealous. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I love the chance to get to know you properly, Els. How about dinner and drinks on me tomorrow night? Tomorrow night? Well, maybe I'll be able to shift around my incredibly full schedule if you ask nicely. Oh, is that how it's going to be? Well then, pretty please, may I treat you to a night of fine dining and wine? That was actually pretty good. I'm impressed. I'm an actor at heart, and I shall accompany you as bodyguard. I don't think that's... Actually, you know what? Why don't we just invite everyone? It could be like a housewarming party. Here I thought I'd managed to snag a date. What a shame. Still, that sounds like fun. I'll leave it to you to invite whoever you like. You seem like you have good taste. The bell by the door chimed as the door to the store opened, and the familiar face of Emote poked his head through. Good morning. I'm here for... He paused as his eyes locked with Eden's. Then he turned and walked straight back out the door. Oh, Emote? How cute, he's being all shy. I'll go get him, don't you worry your pretty little head. Eden strode past you, then exited the store. A few moments later, they both came back in with Eden's arm around Emma's shoulder. Where are you off to? Where are you off to so quickly, my friend? Don't tell me you're trying to avoid me. I'd prefer it, yes. Everyone's so honest this morning. How refreshing. So what brings you here today, Emote? My job, which you're currently preventing me from doing. There's always more time for work later. There's not always friends later. That would be true, yes, but you're all acquaintances at most. Hey, you're meant to think stuff like that, not say it to our faces. You're such a stick in the mud. You're a thorn in my side. Unhand me. You'll run away. I might just have to hold on to you tight. I might, yes, and please don't. You two are friends then. We absolutely are. We absolutely are not. It's more like I happen to bump into him no matter where I go, and he takes it upon himself to bother me non-stop. You're too stubborn for your own good. One day I'll get you to agree we're best friends. Gosh. Hell will freeze over before that day comes. I see. They like each other very much. So cold, and I thought we had such a beautiful relationship. You're breaking my heart over here, Emmett. Emmett, the famous heartbreaker. I like the sound of that. Don't encourage him, he'll never stop. Please encourage me more. I'm like a puppy, I thrive on attention. Yes, exactly, just like a puppy, desperately in need of discipline. Since you're here, Emmett, I was wondering if you'd like to come out for dinner with us tomorrow night. No, thank you. Scared that Eden will bite? Is going? Yeah, so far it's me, Eden, and Lucille. I'd like to ask Florian and Winnie too. I'd really like you to come. That makes a difference. Fine, I'll make a spot in my otherwise packed schedule. I hope you appreciate the effort. What a gentleman, Emmett. How very unlike you to change your mind. Maybe you have a soft spot for elves, eh? I have nothing of the sort. I'm merely agreeing so that someone responsible can be on hand to keep things under control. As long as you don't drink, I guess. Emmett shrugged out of Eden's grasp and then brushed himself off. Now if that's all, I need to speak with Els in private. Oh, yes, in private. Well, when you put it like that, I can't help but wonder about your relationship. Do tell me what happens. Nothing is going to happen. It is a simple discussion and nothing more. Is that a blush I see on your cheeks? Maybe you're the one who needs glasses here. Stop making things up. Allow me to escort you out, Sir Eden, so that Sir Emmet and Els may talk in peace for the moment. What a noble way of throwing me out. Well, it was nice meeting you, Els. I hope to see you around town. Definitely. It's been a pleasure. I'll let you know more about my services later, but drinks first. I'm a very hands-on worker. I like to get to know my business partners before we work together. Sounds great. See you tomorrow, Eden. Lucille put a hand on Eden's back and saw him to the door. But he finally exited the store, the bell tinkling as he did. Pardon the intrusion. As I said, we need to talk. Sure thing. What's up? Did you miss me so bad you had to come see me first thing? Don't be absurd. Should you give my business card to anyone? No, of course not. Why would I? I'm keeping your number all to myself, thank you. Damn it. If you're not responsible, that's even more concerning. How did they find me and get a hold of my number? Who? What's going on? It's my previous employer. What would they want? Wait, did you do accounting for a criminal organization or something? I worry about the fantasies that are going on in that head of yours. Forget it, I'll deal with it myself. You're kinda making me worry here. You're a client, there's no need to worry about me. We're close acquaintances now. I think that means I'm legally allowed to worry about you. I'm no solicitor, but I'm certain that's not how this works. So you're trying to argue that me worrying about you is illegal? But no, stop talking such nonsense. I can't believe you'd call me nonsensical, Mr. Accountant for a crime syndicate. That's not... forget it, you're impossible. Emmett pinched the bridge of his nose and closed his eyes, almost like he was in pain. Something like that. Nothing illegal at the very least. Let's just say I terminated my contract early and they aren't happy about it. Well, they can't force you to go back, can they? I'd like to say no, but they're so obsessed with their rules and regulations that they might have some obscure way to try and make me work for them again. My nose. And that would be a bad thing, right? I left for a reason. What a terrible start to an otherwise good morning. At least you got to see me. As I said, thank you for your concern, Els. It's not necessary, but, well, thank you anyway. What you guys whispering about? Is it secrets? Oh, I love secrets. Come on, tell me. I won't tell anyone, I swear. Oh, Winnie, good morning. Have you and Emmett met before? Does watching him from the corner of the room count? I don't think so. Then nope, my name is Winnie. Nice to meet you. So what's happening? None of your business, Miss Winona. Just Winnie is fine. Fine, Missy Just Winnie. Miss Just Winnie? No, I mean I'm just Winnie. As I said, Miss Just Winnie. Fine, I'll be Miss Just Winnie, but you have to be Mr. Tall and Serious. Mr. Finch will suffice. Mr. always looks like he's got a stick up his butt. Goddamn. I feel like that one might be a little bit long. Thank you for noticing. It takes a lot of effort to maintain. Hey, I like you. You're funny. Funny isn't the word I'd use, but if you'd prefer it, then be my guest. Now, if that's all, I have other things to attend to. Hey, Emmet? Yes? This all could have been a text, you know. And? I'm just saying, I feel like you stopped by just to see me. You would be incorrect, as I gave you my number, but you never gave me yours. Good day, Mrs. Marigold. Miss Just Winnie. At that, Emmet turned on his heel and walked out the door, the bell jingling as he did. Winnie turned and waved her hand, watching as he left. So, what was that about? A romantic tryst? A secret rendezvous? The beginnings of forbidden love? Do you read a lot of romance novels or something, Winnie? Well, it does get boring around here sometimes. Emmet just doesn't realize it yet. Maybe it was a secret rendezvous, but Emmet doesn't realize it yet. I knew it. Oh, Emmet and Elle sitting in a tree. When's the wedding? I could text him now and spring it on him. Do it. Might kill me, or worse, block my number on the spot. Anyway, no, it really wasn't anything like that. Just boring work stuff. Oh, by the way, Winnie, I wanted to ask you something. Would you like to go to dinner with me tomorrow night? Dinner with you? Oh, are you inviting me on a date? Sure, a date with me, Emmet, Lucille, Eden, and hopefully Florian. We're all gonna be one big happy family. Okay, so this is not a one-on-one thing. Boo. Did you want it to be one-on-one? Oh my gosh. Well, of course, I want to get to know you better. Well, a bigger group doesn't have to stop that, does it? Plus, we can always hang out here. I want to get to know you better too, Winnie. Yeah, that sounds fun. Winnie shifted and fiddled with her hands. Can I think about it and let you know later? Oh sure, it's not until tomorrow anyway, so there's no rush. If you don't want to, you don't have to either. Oh, no, I super want to, I'll let you know. Alright, I better get ready to open up anyway. Okie dokie. See you later, alligator. She's a freaking ghost. She cannot eat. And you are inviting her to have dinner? I don't understand. Winnie gave a small wave and floated up and through the ceiling. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Okay. Do I have enough money to pay my bills, I wonder? I can pay them tomorrow, right? I hope. Sort through the storage. Pay the bills. Let's try. I don't know. Begin searching through your aunt's collection. A set of 2 matching candlesticks! Aha! Level up. Skill point +1. Oh, they are poor quality. But excited for nothing. You're leaning against the counter eating the last of your food supplies when Florian comes in through the front door, nearly dragging his bag behind him. You thought it would be impossible, but somehow he looked even more tired than usual. Hi, Florian. Long night? He pulled off his usual disguise. Good morning. Night, afternoon. Fuck, whatever it is. A brilliant start to your shift. Can I get you coffee or something? Yes. Wait, no. Seriously? Are you okay? I'm fine. God, you're so nosy. It's just been a long few days. Florian dragged his bag over to the counter and sat down with a sigh. I can tell. You're looking worse every day. Gee, thanks. Florian's voice was a flat monotone, as if all the energy had been sucked out of him. You could always take a few days off. I'm sure we could manage. I have to take a double shift on sweeping, but hey, I could use the arm workout. I do more than sweeping, you know. Also, I don't want to. I'm not sick, just... It's fine. Stop worrying about me and worry about something more productive. Give me an example then, and I'll consider it. Running the store? I think I've kinda got it done by now. Something else. Fuck, I don't know, all this supernatural stuff you're struggling with? Yeah, actually about that. What? I think I might be a witch, or a wizard, or something along those lines. God, what changed overnight? To make a long story short, a magic book with the worst personality ever pretty much hit me in the face with the revelation. I'm fine, you know what? Sure, magic books, great. Really? That's all? What do you want me to say? You're a witch, hooray, let's celebrate. I kinda thought you'd have a bit more to say than that. Do you know if my aunt was like this? Well, there was certainly something wrong with her. Hey! I don't mean... Look, she's eccentric and she lives here. That was always going to be something up with her. So you didn't know she was a witch? Nope, she tends to keep things to herself. It's kinda her thing. And you're fine with that? Look, she pays me. I don't care if she's a witch or an alien or whatever else. Just as long as my bills get paid. I'm sure you have sick leave, you know. You ought to use it. I'm not sick. Leave it. Jeez, alright, I'll drop it. Florian let out a breath. Sorry, I've just had a shit few days. If you're a witch or whatever, maybe you have some spell to give me my energy back? He laughed weakly and rested his head on the counter. I'd give anything to sleep right now. You can use my bed if you'd like. I can't think of anything weirder than sleeping in Sylvie's room. I think the bed smells more like me than her, if that helps. It does not. It's not for lack of trying anyway. Thanks for the offer though. Give him a pat on the head, yes. We reached down and gave him a pat on his head. His hair was actually very soft. What are you doing? Sorry, really, it was kind of force of habit. You remind me of my mom's dog. Oh gosh. Your mom's dog? Yeah, when she's grumpy she puts her head down like that. My bad. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, you're much softer than her. Whatever, I have work to do. He practically flew away from the counter, cheeks turning bright red. Sorry, Florian. Not sorry. Totally not sorry. With that, you finished up your lunch break and got back to work. You sat down at your desk, ready to go over the week's bills. You paid your bills in full, $120. My money. My hard-earned money. It was a little past 5 p.m. when you flipped over the sign on the door to closed and let out a drowsy sigh. What a day. You say that every day, you know, like a broken record. Well, every day is exhausting. In a good way, though. How can anything be exhausting in a good way? Haven't you ever finished something and been tired but really proud of your work? Nope. I usually finish shit then wish I'd never started in the first place. You're kind of a pessimist, not pessimistic. A pessimist. The world isn't sunshine and rainbows. That's true, but well, bad things will always happen, but life goes on, isn't that kinda cool? Not really. Maybe if you didn't frown so much you'd be more positive. I don't think it works like that. Give it a try. See? Just copy my face. It's really easy. Just relax your muscles and... Nope, still frowning, I see. Not a frown, it's just my face. That's unfortunate for you. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing at all. Noisy must run in your family or something. Noisy, annoying, and a complete pain in the ass. You forgot gorgeous, charming, and funny. No, trust me, I didn't. You grinned and Florian turned away from you, looking around the store. It looked as it always did, a mess of knickknacks and clutter, but a clean one. Florian did a good job, even if you always try to deny it. Hey Florian, I was wondering something. You're always wondering something or another. You never stop asking questions. It's good to have an inquisitive brain, you know. It keeps me young, or something like that anyway. Is it? Seems like a lot of effort, especially when you could just keep your mouth shut and think to yourself instead. Anyway, as I was saying, I know that you grew up in town, but not much else. You haven't always worked here, right? What you do before? Is it important? That depends how important you think getting to know each other is. Not important then. I think you default to being mean when you feel shy. Look, I used to be in college, but that didn't work out and I dropped out. There's a college here? That's surprising. I didn't know the population of Willowmist could support it. No, it was in the city. Didn't you say you always live here? I was only gone a few months. It hardly counts. Well, why'd you drop out? Got bored of your major? Why is this so important to you? You've got a magic book upstairs, right? Why don't you go bug it instead? I don't know if Barnabas would like that. Has a name? Hey, I didn't pick it. It came pre-named. Though to be fair, Barnabas is kind of a rocking name. You're changing the subject. Barnabas has nothing to do with this. I'm interested in you. Health complications, alright. I couldn't stay, but I also couldn't come back when... Look, fine. If you're so desperate to know, I'll tell you, but can we sit down? My head is killing me. Of course, we can use my room upstairs if that's alright with you. Florian looked to the side, a dusting of red appearing on his cheeks. Now I was trying to get who into bed. I never mentioned bed, did I? I never mentioned anything about my bed. You're the one thinking about that. I never... No need to deny it. You really just brought it up. Look, you're cute, but I think that's jumping ahead a little, don't you? I'm not... You don't... With that, Florian turned around and stopped upstairs, laughing the entire way up. Alrighty then. Welcome to my humble abode, Sir Florian. God, shut up, you sound like Lucille. Is that a bad thing? I know you two are pretty different, but I hope that's not a problem. One Lucille is enough, that's all. It's not like I hate her, she's just a lot. Alright, I'll keep the chivalry to a minimum, my fair liege. Liege? I don't know. You flopped down on your couch, sinking into the cushions. Florian followed, though much more cautiously, perching himself on the opposite end. He looked around the room, his gaze lingering on a photo frame that had been there when he arrived, a picture of a much younger Aunt Sylvie holding a baby. Must have been you. This place is weirdly empty. You think? It's packed with all kinds of stuff in here. Sometimes I wonder where my aunt got it all. No, I mean, Sylvie has a big personality. She kinda filled any space she was in. I'm trying my best over here. I guess it's alright with you here too. Hey, I'll take second best to her. She's amazing. Anyway, what were we talking about? You dropping out of college. Right. Florian blinked a few times, as if his eyes were trying to stay open. Are you feeling okay? Stop asking me that. I'm fine. Gently rubbed his temples, then shook his head. Just a headache. It's no big deal. Anyways, college. I just had some health shit and I left, but look, I won't sugarcoat it and I'm not asking for your pity. My dad ran off after my little sister was born, and my mom struggled to raise both of us. I quit high school, to have a couple of part-time jobs to help her. Oh, Florian, I'm sorry. You do what you have to do to survive. It's fine. But my mom, she secretly saved up to send me to college. 4 years without telling me, then she just sent me off. She wanted the best for you. Yeah, but why should that best not include them? But fine, whatever, I went, and I couldn't face them when I dropped out. They think I'm still living in the city, living my life, getting my degree, and I can't bring myself to tell them otherwise. So wait, they live in Willowmist but have no clue you're here too? Florian, why? They would probably love to see you. I I can't face them. She gave up everything for me, and I just let her down completely. What am I meant to say? Hey mom, turns out I'm a fuck up who can't even make it through a semester of college. Surprise! She'd be happy just seeing you and knowing you're safe. That's what parents do, especially if it's health related. I can't. Not like this. Florian's head sunk down into his head, his shoulders trembling. I'm not who I was when I left. I can't. I'm not her perfect little son anymore. Someone turned you into a vampire? Is that it? Okay. Should I hug? Really accept my hug, though? Let's try. I don't think he leaned forward and pulled Florian into a hug. He stiffened, his breath catching, and his hands hovered over your back. What are you... I'm sorry, Florian. Really. Slowly, though, his arms wrapped around you and he squeezed you tight. Oh my gosh. It's not like it's your fault. There's no reason to be sorry. I just want to go home and feel like things are normal again. Can't you? I truly, honestly believe that your mom would just be happy to see you. It's not just that. I don't deserve it anymore. I can't trust myself around her or my sister. Trust yourself? Even you should be keeping your distance. God, you're so fucking naive. I'll just mess things up for you too. Everything I touch just falls apart. I don't think that is true. I'm right here and I haven't fallen apart yet. The sword hasn't fallen down around us. You're not destroying anything. Yet. I didn't want to share any of this shit, you know that? It's embarrassing. There's no shame in feeling emotions. Isn't that just proof you're human? I know that it's difficult for you and I can't just magically make it better, but if you need someone to talk to or anything else, you can rely on me. You're too nice, you know, but when I end up getting taken advantage of, by who? You? I don't think you have the energy to take advantage of anyone, even if you wanted to. Thanks, I guess. Florian pulled back and wiped his eyes with his sleeve. Seriously though, don't say anything about this to anyone. Our secret. I'm pretty good at keeping secrets, you know. Hardly. You've known me for less than 24 hours, and you've already broadcast my existence to the entirety of this quaint little establishment. At this rate, I expect you'll be handing out pamphlets in 5 weeks, and truly your discretion is legendary. Yeah, she just admitted to a guy that she's a witch. I mean, what the... There he is, my favorite talking book in the whole world. Not a lot of competition there, but don't let that hurt your feelings. And to be fair, I haven't told everyone yet, only Florian. Oh, Florian meant Barnabas. Barnabas, Florian. It literally talks. Did you think I was making it up? No, but I didn't expect. My reputation precedes me as always. Hello, Florian, it's a pleasure to meet a friend of my esteemed master, or such drivel. Barnabas isn't very nice, if you hadn't noticed. No shit. You'll have to excuse me as I was rudely interrupted in the middle of my rest. Your rest? What does the book have to be so tired about anyway? Plenty of things, you impudent creature. The effort it takes to communicate with my new master, for example, is a truly Herculean task. At that, Barnabas floated across the room and landed on the desk. Just flies? God, I'm too tired for this shit. Now I've embarrassed myself in front of two people. Great. Fortunately for you, I have the displeasure of being in service only to my pitiful master, and as such have no one to share your shame with. Just ignore him. I'll put him in the drawer if he keeps it up. The audacity! Fine, silence me, but mark my words, you will soon regret it. This must all be a lot for you too. Just a little bit. I like to think I'm pretty good at running with things, but sometimes, I'll be honest, I don't even really know where to start. But I've got all the time in the world to work it out anyway. Are you going home in 3 months? Okay, I've got 3 months to work it out. Thanks, Florian. Sorry, I wasn't trying to make it worse. Just kidding. Really, I'm having fun. I'll be fine. I wish I had a drop of your optimism. Change fucking sucks. Yeah, but sometimes it can be really great too. I've only been here a week, and it feels like I've made a whole bunch of friends. It's really, really great. Yeah, well, you're easy to like. Am I now? For some people, not me. You don't like me at all? Oh. Well, I like you, them already and everything. I like you. Let's just start with this. That's your bad decision to make. Bad decisions are fun ones anyway. If life was only full of good decisions, then it would be pretty boring. Yeah, well, bad decisions can fuck your life up too. I don't recommend them. I don't think you're as unlikable as you try to be, Florian. I said I was trying. What, do you have some magic spell to read minds or something? Maybe I do. Let's see. Mind reading powers activate. Yes, I see. You're thinking about how truly lovely spending time with me is, and how much you look forward to seeing me every day. That's not... The mind reading powers don't lie, Florian. You can admit it. Yeah, fine. I wouldn't mind being friends with you. You're not terrible to work with. We're getting somewhere now. Hey, what's your sister like? I can imagine you as a super doting older brother now that I think about it. I mean, yeah, I guess I was. She's super bossy and a pain in the ass, but, well, she's my sister. How old is she? 10, probably 11 now, actually. Do you have any photos? You scooted a little closer to Florian on the couch. Yeah, I think so. Florian reached into his pocket and took out his phone, flipping through his photo album. He couldn't help but lean in to see what was on his screen. You could see pictures of a little girl, a woman who must have been his mother, and Florian himself, though a few years younger. It was hard not to notice how much brighter Florian looked. He lacked his signature high bags, and he had a wide smile on his face. It was the kind of smile you never seen from him. That's her. You two look so similar. You could be twins. Sure, if I wasn't 13 years older than her, Mom had me young. She's adorable, Florian. Your mom looks really nice too. In response, you pulled out your own phone, scrolling through until you found a picture of you standing next to your mom, back when you moved into your first apartment, which was also the apartment you just moved out of. This is my mom a few years ago. Whoa, your genes run strong, huh? Yep, my aunt and her look pretty similar, don't you think? This was back when I moved out of home. I live in this little apartment right in the middle of the city. Sounds noisy. Yeah, I didn't sleep a lot. You let out a soft laugh before locking your phone and placing it back down on the table. That apartment was so weird. Did you know that the elevator felt like a dozen times? Fell like a dozen times. There was an earthquake localized to just the building, and a crane rammed in the first floor, all in a single year? Seriously? Yeah, but not a single person got hurt. I swear to God, someone in that building upset the Grim Reaper or something. For the first time since he met him, Florian smiled, his hand coming up to his mouth as he tried to muffle a laugh. Maybe you're cursed or something. With everything else going on, that wouldn't surprise me in the least. You've got a nice smile, you know. Florian blinked and his cheeks slowly turned red. Huh, what? I said you have a pretty nice smile, that's all. I don't really mean anything by it, just nice to see. You come out with the most random things. You're meant to just think that kind of shit, not say it. He leaned back, smacking his head gently a few times on the back of the sofa. Ugh, my headache is killing me. I've got painkillers in the bathroom cabinet if you want. I don't. It don't really help, but fuck it, I'll try. You hopped off the couch and headed to the bathroom. Your aunt had left an assortment of pills and medicines in the cupboard, but you didn't have a clue what most of them were for. You scooped up the painkillers and popped back out. Oh, he fell asleep. Florian was still in the same spot, but his eyes were shut tight and his chest gently rose and fell with each breath. Don't tell me another imbecile is moving into my quarters. Shh, quiet, he's sleeping. And these aren't your quarters. I'm just letting you stay here with me because I'm nice. Barn of us, they say. Isn't putting the poor tired man's beauty sleep, they cry. Well, fine, I'll just be silent then if that's what you desire. Carefully you knitted the blanket over Florian's legs, then settled in next to him, watching his sleeping face. That's weird. Why are you watching the man sleep? That's weird. He looked peaceful. Much more peaceful than when he was awake. God, you really were exhausted. You ought to take better care of yourself, you know that. Well, you'll probably hate me for it, but I'll let you rest for a bit, okay? Maybe I'll close my eyes for a bit too. Just a little bit. That'll be okay, right? Night, Florian. With a yawn, you drifted off to sleep as well. Okay, I think I will call it a day now. I wonder what will happen. I guess we will see next time we play this. Yes. Okay. Let's raid out. Okie dokie. I think I know who I'm going to raid out. They have been streaming for 8 hours. God damn it. They are crazy. Crazy sheep, I say. Anyway, let's raid Paka. Paka slash the sheep slash the hyena. I don't know. Yeah, and tomorrow I will not be streaming. Okay, there's the subraid message. I will not be streaming tomorrow, but I will be streaming Friday night, 10 p.m. UTC or GMT or West, whatever you want it. And we'll be playing some party animals with Donut, so if you want to join, let me know. And yeah, have a marvelous Wednesday. I hope you have an even better Thursday. Yes, everyone, bye bye, smoochy smoochies. See you Friday.